Getting nasty on a Tuesday. It's a Fast Lane on 101 at ESPN. Andrew Marsh, Carey Davis, Jamie Rivers. I'm Anthony Stalter. 203, your time check brought to you by Clarkson Jewelers, an officially licensed Rolex jeweler. Cardinals off last night. They'll get back into play tonight as they take on the Baltimore Orioles. Looking to rebound. Cardinals, that is. Looking to rebound from the sweep out in Philadelphia. They return home. It'll be Matthew Liberatore versus Chris Bassett at 6:45. We'll play the lineup game a little bit later on. But guys, Marsh posed a question to our show that he actually wanted to throw out to the listeners as well. If you want to leave us a Scott Lee Heating Company mic drop via the 101 ESPN mobile app powered by Dobbs Tire and Auto Centers, you can participate answering this question. Would a collapse at the end of the season here change your excitement for the Cardinals moving forward? Again, would a collapse...
Define collapse. Like, how bad is it?
Lose every game from here on out.
Well, then that's pretty bad, yeah.
They saved their worst baseball for the end of the season. They're out of it by mid-September.
So, if their worst baseball continues to have highlights, though, of Alec Burleson, Jordan Walker, J.J. Weatherholt, Herrera. If they keep playing pretty well, I'm okay with it.
Mm-hmm.
And if the pitching from the youngsters show some promise, I'm all right with it.
Okay.
Because all the other parts that we've talked about are kind of question marks you're still looking to solve. Mm-hmm. And so if that's your collapse, is those guys underperform or don't perform well, you kind of already knew that. If I see a collapse where Burley and Walker can't hit the ball anymore and Weatherholt starts to drop into a big slump, then I'm worried. Then I'm worried because none of those guys have done it for a full 162. So therefore, can they do that for a full season? Otherwise, I'm okay with it.
I'm not concerned. You're starting to see injuries pile up. Mason Wynn is now headed to the IL. Like you're at that point of the year where you're not quite out of it, but realistically, with the way that the injuries are piling up, you probably are. If they collapse, and I don't know how many games they have left, but 30, 25, 30, some games like that, they went 10 and 15 or 8 and 17. Is that right? Good math? Yeah.
We're not going to check any of that.
I wouldn't be, oh my God, it's the end of the world. The injuries for me are significant enough, and the way that the bullpen has been really overused, not to the fault of the manager, but just out of necessity.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I would assume that there's probably some tough times ahead just based on the sheer numbers in terms of the bodies that you have available for you. So, no, I wouldn't be stressed out and panicking and worrying if that were to take place.
Marsh?
Yeah, I feel like you already know what this team is at this point in the season. I thought BK said something yesterday that really tickled my brain. He said that the Cardinals have gotten us to football season. And I was thinking about that. I was like, yeah, that's a really good point. Because this team could have just been absolutely garbage all season long, and it would have been a long summer. But this team has essentially gotten us to football season. College football starting up. In a few weeks, the NFL will get going in the regular season. They have played really good baseball throughout the year. It's been disappointing, but I feel like at this point we know what this team is. And we got a text from Mahomes Longbody. It doesn't change either way if they go on a hot streak or a losing streak. So either way, you kind of already know what this team is, and you already know what you need moving forward. And I feel like the rational fan base will understand, hey, we're only X amount of pitchers away. I feel really comfortable about the top of this lineup, maybe get a couple other pieces to, or at least somebody to emerge in the bottom half of that lineup, and you feel pretty good moving forward. So that's kind of where I'm at.
I agree with the texter. What changes if the Cardinals either collapse or they go on a good run and they wind up qualifying for the playoffs? What changes about the big picture? Nothing. I think you've answered a lot of your questions. You know that J.J. Weatherholt is a cornerstone piece. You know that Jordan Walker has emerged as a cornerstone piece. You know that your starting rotation, the main 5 guys that have been in there, the main 4 guys now with Dustin May, Milwaukee Brewer, you know that those guys performed a lot better than what you expected. Kyle Leahy, the experiment worked. No matter what happens from here on out, that experiment worked. He's a starter now. You also know that you still don't have an ace. You don't have a top of the rotation, dominant, feared ace or number one. You know that Matthew Liberatore will probably need to transition to a bullpen role after this season. I'm kind of glad they didn't now.
Let's see how he finishes.
Kind of glad they didn't move him to the bullpen given all the injuries. I know they could have just stretched him back out had they done so. But nothing changes about the big picture for the Cardinals, whether they win a lot of games from here on out or they lose a lot of games from here on out. Nothing changes. You still have the big picture of we reestablished the pitching in the pipeline. We've upgraded big time, whether it's through trades or the draft. We've upgraded the pipeline, and we know what we need moving forward here. And I don't think the last however many games is going to change that. Now, as far as my excitement, it would be exciting to watch this team make the playoffs. It would.
Well, yeah, to make the playoffs, but
yeah, it's a bonus.
It'd be kind of
Nobody expected it.
See them make a run and finish like 2.5 games out.
That would suck.
That's the worst case scenario.
I don't think so either.
The radio host in me wants just stay in it.
To me, if the season ended right now, it would be a win. Like, this season has been a fantastic season. You got a potential rookie of the year, number one or number two, wherever he finishes. You got Jordan Walker, who is closing on 30 home runs in his fourth year, where most people wrote him off to the point where they were like, this kid can't play baseball to save his life. We never want to see him again. Never need to see him again. I couldn't care ever. Get rid of him. Move on. You still have some questions at catcher, but Amon Herrera was an all-star this year. He's a DH/catcher. He's Alec Burleson has answered the bell. Like, you're getting a lot of answers. And for me, this season, where they are right now, is significant enough for me to say, man, I am excited. If there is baseball in 2027, I'm excited about what this Cardinals team is going to look like next year. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm excited about what pitchers are going to be brought up, what pitchers are going to get an opportunity in spring training. What does Joshua Baez look like, during the offseason and going into spring training next year? What does his maturation and growth look like? What is Blaze Jordan and Jimmy Crooks? Like, those questions are still there to be answered, but you have seen enough of two of those guys to say, hey, I want to see a little bit more. And you've actually seen enough of Baez to say, yeah, I really want to see a full season of what he looks like.
Yeah.
So I think you got a lot of answers. And before Mason Wynn, got the injury, he's on a trajectory of winning another Gold Glove. Like, you have a lot of answers for this team right now.
Sure.
That I don't care how the season ends. I'm excited about what has taken place so far in 2026.
Would you guys, I was just thinking about this, would you guys rather the team miss by a few games or just be completely out of it, knowing that if they didn't blow games here and there throughout the year, they would be a playoff team?
I don't like that.
Do you don't care about that?
No,
that does sit in the back of my head.
But
the what if game.
So explain that.
So
like
one of you mentioned
process.
2.5 games. If the Cardinals finish 2.5 games out of the final wild card spot,
yeah,
they're like I would be okay with them going on a run and making it close and keeping us engaged throughout the rest of the season. But there would be that thought in the back of my brain: the what if they didn't blow this game in Anaheim? The what if they didn't lose, being up 7-0 against Arizona, all these different games that they lost because they blew the lead, that would sit with me, knowing that we wouldn't watch October baseball because of a few blow-ups here and there throughout the year.
Can I interest you in you shouldn't have won the game in Cincinnati when Dane Myers dropped the ball?
Oh, like absolutely.
Because you can play that both ways, make yourself feel a little bit better.
We did the math yesterday, the amount of come from behind victories that they had versus the amount of games that they've blown. It was about 7.
Hell, you opened the season.
Was 7.
You opened the season with a victory that none of us thought was going to happen, especially after they had blown the lead.
For sure.
And, that was a collapse. Jamie, any other thoughts on that? Because I know you started answering, Marsh.
No, I was along the same lines as you can look at those, but then you can also look at some of the games where you shouldn't have won And that usually kind of balances itself out. Although we as fans don't recognize those, we call them great comebacks.
Right.
Not games we should have lost.
Right,
So
right.
It kind of balances out, I think.
I had the same thought process when the Blues missed the playoffs last year. Imagine if they would have won literally a overtime game.
Right.
Where would they have been? They would have been a playoff team. But what are you going to do about it?
Yeah.
That's just the fan in me thinking about that.
Sure.
So it is what it is.
We get a little short-sighted as fans sometimes.
Nothing wrong with
No. All right, it's Fastlane on 101 ESPN. If you want to participate in this conversation, leave us a Rhino Shield mic drop via the Dobbs Tire and Auto Center's 101 ESPN mobile app. Again, the question is, would a collapse to the end of the season change your excitement for the Cardinals moving forward? So after all this, would you be in? We got some text messages yesterday that indicated a lot of frustration with the way that the season has taken a turn, especially after they were swept in Philadelphia. So if you want to participate, again, leave us a Rhino Shield mic drop, and you'll have an opportunity to hear that throughout the show today. Well, guys, Nolan Gorman's back.
Let's go, baby.
Nolan Gorman is back.
On a big old lefty bat with some pop. Let's go.
What does it mean for him, for the Cardinals, for the fans who are excited that he's back? All of you. That's next on 101 ESPN. Cardinals are calling up Nolan Gorman ahead of tonight's game against the Baltimore Orioles. Mason Wynn, who's dealing with a thumb injury, is expected to hit the IL as a corresponding move. Gorman has a .903 OPS and 7 home runs this month in AAA. Do you guys feel... Now, let me rephrase here. What's your prevailing thought here with Nolan Gorman coming back up? Like, so what's the first thing that you think of?
Well, another question mark you have to figure out. That's what I look at. I mean, just like people got mad, why do you keep rolling Liberatore out there? Well, you got to find out for sure. Like, if this is the end of the road for Liberatore as a starter, you want to know for sure. So that you can tell the player and the player's agent, what would you like us to do?
Yeah.
Have you not seen what we've seen?
We're done here.
We're done here. The conversation's over. And I think for Nolan Gorman, probably the same thing, because he went down to Memphis, didn't play right away, then struggled a little bit, but recently he's been on fire, batting very well. So if I'm him and his agent, I'm like, and the Cardinals don't give him an opportunity. Well, he got cold. He never gave him a chance again.
Right.
And he heated up, and what? So now I think it's just... To me, it's answering the question of if he's a full-time major league player or not, and we'll see how he does.
I think it's as Jamie said, I think it's good for him. It's good to get the opportunity, but it's also good for the Cardinals. Like you said, as a manager, as a front office person, you need to know what this player is, and if this is another failed attempt for Nolan Gorman these last 30 games or whatever that number is, then you say, okay, we've done all that we can do. You hope that Blaze Jordan or the next player has better success at third base. But you finally, I think, are getting that answer. And you're thankful that he did. He was struggling when he first got down there. He was stinking it up. I was listening to Derek Gould. He said, I think he was 21 strikeouts out of his first 41 at-bats in the minors. And then now here lately, he started to figure some things out, walking a little bit more, having a little bit more success with that, not chasing as much. So you want to see if that translates back to the big leagues. And we all know what the power looks like. So if he can be in that lineup, he's probably going to bat sixth, I would assume, tonight, replacing where Mason Wynn has been. And you hope that he gets a hold of a few of them and gains his confidence and gets back in the swing of things.
Yeah, for me, it's last chance for romance, right? Like, dude, you've had so many opportunities. What are you going to do with it? Plus, the Cardinals need bodies at this point, and he's a guy that's got a little bit of thump to him.
Too bad he doesn't pitch.
Yeah,
That'd be better.
Have we asked?
Probably not.
I don't think we've asked him,
They
but
probably should have let Mason pitch all the bodies that are falling around there. You know what I mean?
Well, he can. He's injured.
His left hand is injured. His right hand ain't injured.
Well, there you go.
He ain't got a hit.
But he's on the
Roll
IL.
the ball back to him.
They shouldn't have put him there.
They got to think more outside the box, I think, is
Big
what
picture,
CD's saying.
man.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Be more creative. We need a more creative front office is what Gary's saying.
Yeah.
But yeah, they need bodies at this point. And this guy can bring a little bit of thump to a lineup that you are if you're going to win games, you need to score more runs, a lot more runs than the other team through the first 7 innings, because you just never know. You never, actually probably before that. You just don't know with where the pitching is right now. You're going to have to slug your way to a win, because at some point, this team will give up a lead.
Ouch.
And can you get it back?
Wow. Okay. Yeah, that was grim.
It's factual.
Oof.
They've done it over 30 times.
Name the last time.
Sunday.
Last game.
At least they didn't do it yesterday, though.
No, they didn't. No, they didn't come back and win either, but details. Nolan Gorman, to me, reminds, from a fan perspective, reminds me of a significantly less productive Colton Parayko. Significantly. Because Colton Parayko, accomplished player, highly productive. Nolan Gorman, not so much. But hear me out. And you, Jamie, you know this because you've had to defend, and not even defend, just explain. When Blues fans, some Blues fans have wanted Colton Parayko to be Chris Pronger, they have been wildly disappointed. So what he's doing on the ice does not match up with their viewpoint of the player. And therefore, their expectations being much higher for the player, i.e. Chris Pronger, They get disappointed. Instead of understanding what Colton Parayko has been as a player and saying, hey, that's pretty damn good. He's not Pronger, therefore he's crap. My opinion on Nolan Gorman has not changed. He's 26 years old. Can he revive his career at this point? I don't know. Is he going to get hot for 3 weeks? If so, maybe. But then he could cool off too. If this were June and not August, he could catch a hot streak for 2 weeks and then get ice cold for 2 weeks. That's who Gorman is. He's lightning in a bottle. He can be very productive if he's on a bit of a streak. If not, he can hit under 200. This is who he is. But I think he was billed as a top prospect, and therefore the expectations are he's Kyle Schwarber. He's not.
Wish he was.
It'd be nice. So, Gorman coming up, I think to Marsh's point, they need bodies right now. That's all it is. If we expect Nolan Gorman to be more than what he is, though, we're all going to be disappointed. He is what he is. To me, if he plays enough, he's an Adam Dunn type. Like, that is his ceiling. Somebody that, as Dunk used to say, big donkey, hit home runs, going to strike out a ton. He's going to frustrate you. But man, he could pop 7 in 2 weeks, and you feel good about it. So that to me is what Nolan Gorman is, and what he has been.
Yeah.
Anything more than that, that's on you.
I just wonder too, though. Like, even if he is hot for 3 weeks, is it enough to really sell you on it? Because if I'm the Cardinals, I'm like, okay, that just kind of falls in line with what we thought. Is he can get hot, but he can get ice cold too.
Correct.
And so, what version are we getting the most of over the course of a season? This year it was the ice cold. Mm-hmm. So I don't know if you hope he gets hot for 3 weeks and then you look to deal him to somebody who's sitting there salivating, or if you keep him around. I don't know. I just don't know what the end game is for him right now.
I think Gorman is a starter on a team like the Rockies that don't really
worst in the league.
Well,
Jesus, Anthony.
Angels,
Hey, Mo, remember this guy? Huh?
He'd be perfect for the Angels.
I'm looking at Kyle Schwarber's first 6 seasons versus first 5 seasons versus Nolan Gorman's first 5 seasons. Kyle Schwarber's leading in everything, but it probably isn't as far off as one would think. Now, he's got 30 more home runs in those first 5 seasons than Nolan Gorman does. He's played about 70 more plate appearances than Nolan Gorman had. Only 40 more hits, 35 more hits. It's not terrible. So, to your point, maybe he just ain't there yet, man. Maybe.
Well, no, that's not what I'm saying.
Maybe.
I'm saying he's not going to be Schwarber.
No, what you're saying, I heard what you said.
I heard it too.
I heard what you said. I don't think you did. Compare him to Kyle Schwarber.
Nope.
And people want him to be Kyle Schwarber. Based on these numbers, he's not quite there yet, but rounding the corner is what I think I heard you say. And I'm with you, man. And it starts tonight, Anthony. Damn it, man. Let's go. I love it. I love I'm picking up what you're putting down, brother.
CD, you
I wasn't until you just brought it up.
You see where I'm at?
Yeah.
CD, you shared a video with us in the office of an Uber driver who had caught, a person that was running away from some police officers. The second police officer is Gorman in this case, and the guy running away is Kyle Schwarber. Like, I think that's
that far away.
I think so.
Okay.
But
here's the thing: that officer had the wits to get in the car and then chase said suspect. So eventually, you're gonna catch up. I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying.
The thing. You should never drive to catch somebody running away who's on foot. You need to be on foot.
No, hell no.
You could run him over.
You just run him over.
No, you don't have to run him over.
You guys are psychopaths for thinking that.
Well, if I'm chasing him, there's a reason.
Nah, you just
I'm
ride.
not just chasing him to say hi.
You ride and catch up.
Why wouldn't you want to drive then?
Anthony, if you remember season 1 of Reacher, he literally says this.
Oh.
Does he?
Yes, when Roscoe is chasing him or following him, tailing him in the police car, he's on foot, and he literally says to not do that. So
I got to go back and watch.
I don't
you got to go
remember
back
that.
and watch.
I'll have to
I
get
don't
more
remember.
context.
Reacher said it. That guy
don't
knows
remember
everything.
Yeah, damn right he does.
I have to see the circumstances.
Yeah. All right. It's Fastlane on 101 ESPN. Speaking of circumstances, Big Ten has taken a stand on NFL players returning to college. Yeah, in this case, yeah.
They're just pissed because no one's coming back to the Big Ten.
No, I don't think that's it. That's next on 101 ESPN.
ESPN Sports Center.
I'm Andrew Marsh. It's time for a Sports Center update brought to you by Saliga Heating and Cooling. The Cardinals are back in action tonight, taking on Baltimore. First pitch from Busch Stadium is at 6:45. Nolan Gorman has been called up. He is back in the majors. We just discussed Nolan Gorman and if he can revive his career with this call-up. If you missed that conversation or if you miss anything from today's show, make sure you go to 101ESPN.com or check out the free Dobbs Tire and Auto Center's 101 ESPN mobile app. Just head to the podcast page. You'll find all of our shows there, and it's all brought to you by the Schaefer Door Company. I'm Andrew Marsh, and this Sports Center update is brought to you by Saliga Heating and Cooling, a Daikin heating and air conditioning dealer.
So the Big Ten is moving to shut the door on NFL players returning to college football. It's the Fast Lane on 101 ESPN with Andrew Marsh, Carey Davis, and Jamie Rivers. I'm Anthony Stalter. According to an ESPN report, the conference's athletic directors unanimously approved a rule that would prevent a player from joining a Big Ten roster if he has, 1, declared for the NFL draft and not withdrawn, 2, appeared on an NFL roster, or 3, signed a contract with a professional league. The remaining step is approval from the Big Ten's faculty athletic representatives. Why is this happening now? Well, because college football has suddenly entered a bizarre new era of former college players trying to come back after turning pro. A couple of immediate examples that we've talked about: Daquan Wright, who had been with the Browns, and Xavier Harris, who had been with the New Orleans Saints. Both previously played for Lane Kiffin at Ole Miss, and both are now attempting to join him at LSU. The reason they can potentially do that, as we've discussed on these airwaves, is because of a court ruling and the ongoing chaos surrounding NCAA eligibility rules. So good for the Big Ten. I love how they're drawing a line, saying once you go pro, you're done with Big Ten college football. And I think the concern is obvious. Imagine a college football team getting ready for the season. Then an NFL team cuts its players in late August, and then suddenly these former college players are saying, well, we've got some eligibility left. I'm going back to college.
And former NFL players.
And former NFL players, yeah. Fraudulent slip, but you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, this creates, I think this creates, among other things, an enormous amount of questions, including roster limits,
yes,
recruiting, scholarships, competitive balance, NIL opportunities, transfer rules, and when a college roster should actually be considered quote-unquote final.
Well, it should definitely be final a week before the first game, you would assume, and that's essentially where we are. We're about a week out before the first college football game, and you know, the players that are going to LSU, the ones that were on professional football teams, played in preseason games, signed contracts with the letterhead of that professional team during the offseason to participate in workouts and practices and preseason games, and then were cut, and now they're going to collegiate rosters at LSU and different places across the country. Those rosters have players set on them already. So if you're at the roster limit in college football, is now 105 players. That's walk-ons and scholarship players included. You can't have more. If you're at your number of 105 and, oh, crap, we got 4 or 5 guys coming back from the NFL, what does that mean for your roster? Somebody got to go.
Yeah.
You got to cut some guys that have been working their butt off for the entire offseason, and then a week before the first game, now they're no longer on the roster. Now, I understand, you know, you want the best team available.
It happens all over the place.
It does, but it's also an unfair advantage, and it's unfair. It's a disadvantage for those players that are there. And again, if you are already on an NFL roster, whether or not you make that team, to go back to college, to me, is absolutely asinine. It's ridiculous to even be an option, and I'm glad that the Big Ten stepped out first and said, we won't allow that in our conference, and I'm hoping that the other conferences have the gumption to do the same thing. Mm-hmm. We saw that the Big 12 did that with the Sorsby case. They did not allow him to play. He was forced to leave Texas Tech. SEC is going to have some of those same huevos rancheros to say, hey, we're not going to allow this either because it's a disadvantage for the current players that are college football players and they are not currently NFL or professional football players.
Agreed. And so does Ryan Day. Ryan Day, Ohio State head coach, said basically, I don't like this at all. But if it's legal and other schools can do it, Ohio State has to at least consider doing it too.
Imagine that.
Well, we don't want to be left out.
But that's what drives me crazy is we can sit up here and say all we want, and these coaches in the Big Ten as a conference can say whatever they want. But if you ask each individual coach how they feel, there's probably going to be some, like Ryan Day, that is like, yeah, it's great and all, but if
everybody else is doing it,
if I'm allowed to do it and I can win another championship.
Yeah, he said Dave believes that players who have gone to the NFL should not retain college eligibility. But again, he's basically saying, the rules allow it. Can Ohio State afford to ignore an opportunity?
Is very strong.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Lane Kiffin, who appeared on, let me see here.
Pat
McAfee show, thank you, on ESPN, had this to say about the situation.
Yeah, there's a lot of parts of it that I don't like within that. I don't think professionals should come back to college sports and college football particularly. But in this instance, this is not professionals that have gone and played seasons or just, randomly file an injunction in a state to become eligible. This is part of a specific class that was ruled wrong by the NCAA that was supposed to be 5 for 5. So again, there's a lot of information on this that's not necessarily out there, that over 100 athletes in multiple sports were cleared and said, you can go play, whether you signed pro contracts or not, whether you participated in training camps or mini camps, you are allowed to play. And that is the court order. And so I think in that, as you think back to all the different court orders of great players that were granted, whether that was Diego Pavia or now Trinidad for a 6-year, we followed all those. All court orders have been followed. So I think you're going to get in a really interesting situation if now, as a conference, you start to say, well, we're not going to follow this court order that's been issued. And we're going to say that these kids that the court says can go anywhere, we're going to say, no, you can't.
So he's kind of saying a lot of what Ryan Day said. He went way more into specifics, of course. But, are we hypocrites in a way if we feel a certain way about this? Because he said 100 athletes. We're talking about LSU football. We're talking about Big Ten football. We're talking about, the major sports. What if it's the volleyball team and somebody from this legal injunction now can go back and play volleyball? Do we care? Nobody in this room cares.
I mean, if you were a professional volleyball player, then yeah. Because I think once you cross that bridge, I don't think it's. So if your daughter was playing volleyball.
Oh, I'd care.
Exactly.
I'd tell her to be better.
But you would be pissed off if she was the one.
She's not good enough to play on the damn
But
team.
if she was on the roster at a Division I college and this professional volleyball player got an injunction to come back and your daughter was the one that was removed from the roster, are you okay with that?
I'm okay with it. I'm pissed.
You're pissed. Because that person
but
was...
But it's no different than when somebody gets sent down from pro to the minors and that guy in the minors gets shipped off to the East Coast.
This isn't the minor leagues. This is that's completely different. Those are professional players. Once you cross that bridge, you are.
But they're not.
When you are a minor league player, you are a professional player. You're getting paid to do that.
Football stuff.
But that's not.
They haven't played one snap in the NFL.
That's college football. That's college volleyball.
If the legal system says volleyball, football, swimming, water polo, these group of players can go back.
It doesn't make it right, though.
But it is what it is.
But it doesn't make it right. You can have. There are plenty.
You know what? I view it different.
Plenty of laws that have been made that were not correct or right. Plenty. And I will stand by that.
Well, there's lots of
things. There are laws that are completely wrong and have been completely wrong throughout time.
Some of those laws, depending on what ones we're discussing.
Yeah, the ones I'm discussing were pretty damn wrong, Jamie. So
I'm not going there. What am I supposed to? How do I win that one? I'm done. Go to break. We're done here.
What do you lay down? What in chess? What is that?
Lay the king down.
Yeah, lay the king down.
I'm just whatever. This particular discussion.
Checkmate, Jamie. Checkmate.
Nothing.
Yeah.
So I view the sports side of it different.
The thing that I will say is this is only supposed to be for this year, though.
Yeah.
So it's not going to happen. It should not happen in future seasons because it's only for the 2022 class to have where they have this fifth year. So hopefully we don't have a repeat of this in 23 for the 23 class, the 24 class, like as we go on year after year to have these issues. So hopefully it's just a one-time deal, but it definitely needs to be corrected before it does get out of hand.
314 chimes in, says, college is a paid sport now, no different than minors in my mind.
Well, Carey has said it 100 times before. The minor leagues for the NFL is college football.
Yeah, true.
It's the only minor league.
I'm just saying.
But
so now what do you want to tell you?
When you were playing in what's the league lower than the NHL? The AHL or the
American Hockey League.
American Hockey League?
Yeah.
Did you have to open your book up and go to class?
I could have.
Did you have to?
Some of these kids don't have to either.
It's a requirement to have a set number of hours.
You lost me.
You
there.
gotta have a set number of hours, whether or not
They do it all.
You gotta have a set number of hours.
They'll have their own care and
Just
doing it
saying,
for
man,
them now. Come on,
you didn't have to go to class.
Oh, stop.
That's a student
Oh,
athlete.
stop.
Just saying, man.
That was funny.
It's a Fast Lane on 101 ESPN,
That was
and
a good one.
we asked for your mic drops, your Rhino Shield mic drops. Would a collapse to the end of the season change your excitement for the Cardinals moving forward? We'll play some of your mic drops next on 101 ESPN.
Honestly, it wouldn't bother me at all if the Cardinals had a collapse, because look how much fun we've already had this season. This season's already been so much fun and enjoyable. A collapse at the end would not make me think any different of this team, because even if they did, the only place they have to go is up. So, on a side note, I just want to say rest in peace, Dolly Parton. She passed away today at the age of 80.
Yeah, well said, Andrew. Rest in peace, Dolly Parton.
Yeah, man.
Iconic figure.
Just had her on a Gauntlet question last week.
Did we?
Yeah.
He did, yeah.
What was the question?
Who's her niece, goddaughter?
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. Miley Cyrus.
Hannah Montana.
Oh, Smiley.
Hannah Montana.
So Andrew was responding to a question that we posed at the start of the show. Would a collapse ending the season change your excitement for the Cardinals moving forward? And Marsh, outside of one of our more passionate yet negative texters saying that we're once again holding the water for the Cardinals.
Are we going to say passionate?
Yeah.
You're going to lead with that?
What if it wasn't water that we're holding for the Cardinals? Why do people say they're holding the water? I don't get that. Where did that come from?
That's a good question. We need to Google that.
Yeah, like why would
Like the
they carrying
goldfish.
the water?
Like the goldfish.
It was
Like
Roman
we're the water
times.
boy?
They were
They
carrying
used to
the water.
have no in
That's
the
a
Roman
different
times.
listener.
They used to have people that
Was
actually
that like a punishment?
held the water. Well, no, it was,
Hey, it was work. Good work.
exactly. So they used to just hold the water either outside of the house or inside of the house.
And wait for
So you're
somebody
a
to...
complete stranger holding water in your
Yeah.
house?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Why not just sit the water on the ground until you need
Carey.
it? Like, it's not like you're holding it in your hand. You're holding it in a bucket
A
or something.
myriad of reasons. Mostly if that water spills,
But is
and
it
it
gonna
gets everywhere.
spill if it's in a...
Water and fire, two biggest things to worry about in your home.
But if you have the water, you shouldn't worry too much about the fire.
Yeah.
Well,
Like
it
Jamie
depends on the
said.
type of fire, because if it's a grease fire, water
Yeah, I don't
just
think
makes
that grease.
it...
Right.
We're
Right.
Roman
You don't
times.
know. Hey, you don't know.
If it was, natural lard, not grease, though. You don't know how flammable that is.
You know what I mean?
I
It's
don't
probably
know.
very flammable.
You throw some water on that grease fire,
Sure.
it just gets worse.
And like Jamie said, it created jobs for people.
They also
fires?
They said sand.
No, the water.
would be available, too. You just get
You got to go outside and get it, though.
That's why. If you're too lazy to go outside, then come on.
Marshy, what'd you discover?
It looks like political slang. This is what the old Google
man.
machine.
Oh, my God.
Late 19th, 20th century in the U.S., journalists and politicians adopted carrying water as a term for someone blindly doing a party boss's or leader's bidding without question. That's us, according to...
So being
You know
someone who's very supportive.
Sure.
Like a jock.
Like Anthony, for you in particular, would you say that Kristen carries the water for you?
Well,
Like-
we're a team, so
Like
we
she just
carry the
blindly
water.
supports you?
No, if I'm acting like an idiot, she calls it right out. Yeah, she's got no problem now with that.
Yeah.
That's very
I mean, I
few
just-
and far between, though.
Just
Because you got your belief together.
Define few and far between, like every day or
Every...
day.
No. Could
Not
say
every
every
day.
6 months.
No,
6 hours.
maybe. I think that might be more accurate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm glad we cleared that up.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
No, good job, guys.
Yeah.
So I think I started saying this. Andrew's kind of along the same lines as us. We're not going to be disappointed. We're not going to. Maybe we would be disappointed if the Cardinals just played their worst baseball from here on out. I think that's natural because we've had fun this season.
Yeah, he did mention that. We have had fun. There have been moments throughout the season that I think people will remember forever in terms of Cardinals history, with the home run derby, Jordan Walker becoming the first Cardinal to win that, Joshua Baez making his MLB debut, history. There's been games sprinkled throughout the summer that have been really exciting to watch, and I don't think we should take that for granted.
I don't either. Also having the big picture in mind, which I think at least the Cardinals fans that have reacted today have had. Yesterday, I feel like it was a little bit more bleak. Probably coming off the Philadelphia series, people a little more pissed off. People who are just kind of pessimistic as it is or have higher expectations for this team. I think they were kind of chirping a little bit more yesterday. But we're getting more of the calmer, big picture, rational fan today. We mentioned the story earlier. So, Carey, you found a video of an Uber driver who was sitting, I assume, was waiting just for another
minding his damn business is what he was doing.
And he had a dash cam. And the video shows somebody running down the street past some cars, full sprint.
Shirt off, running.
Police officer, a good 10, 15 yards behind.
Yeah.
And then the second police officer,
about 25,
30, not getting any closer.
No, not catching up.
And the Uber driver's kind of laughing. Next thing you see from the video is the police officer shining her light inside the Uber driver's car and then hopping in, saying, "Follow the suspects."
Give me a ride.
Follow that car.
Wait, what?
So now the Uber driver's driving. And then you have the police officer yelling to the other police officer to hop in the car.
Hey,
so
get in. I'm over here.
She hops in too in the back, and now the Uber driver's driving behind the thief. We didn't see the end of the video. Did they ever catch him?
I don't think so.
I doubt it.
Man, listen. This was on TMZ. I'm looking at I'm like, what the hell is this?
Because even Jamie was like, this has got to be fake.
I was like, this is not real. It was.
It was hilarious. Yeah, they were trying to catch him, and they could not catch him. I don't think. We didn't watch the end of it, but I would assume that that suspect, he was hauling ass. He got it. Whatever he did, I hope it wasn't too criminal.
Yeah. He was running.
He was running. He was out of there.
He was in a full sprint there.
I don't know the protocol at all.
I think that's in the movies. I don't think that that's legal.
Oh, I agree. But here's where I'm going with it. Because the first girl was close enough. She had a shot. She could have.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
But you can't shoot you cannot shoot a fleeing suspect legally.
Well, what if he shot at me first?
Tase them. No. If they're fleeing and you shoot them.
What if he's attacking me?
If they're attacking you, they're coming towards you. If they're running away and you shoot them in the back, yes, it should be going to jail.
But then you got to drag him, shoot him in the front.
Oh my God! Don't say.
Just kidding.
Did I ever tell y'all that I had a guy when I was in Champaign that pretended like he was a police officer and was banging on my window? I'll tell you the whole story later.
I think you did.
He broke my window and dove in my car. And was sitting next to me in the passenger seat.
Weren't you there to pick up your girlfriend? You did tell the story.
Yeah. Punched my window out. He's like, LAPD, give me your car. It's like, brother, we are in Champaign, Illinois. What type of drugs are you on?
So, this makes me think of another time. These guys will remain nameless because they're all here in St. Louis and one very prominent. We were at a kids' tournament in Philadelphia, and me and 3 other dads used to rent a big van, and we'd drive all with all of our kids. And one of the guys who was with us is an FBI agent, like for real, like way up in the FBI. And the other 2 dads that are with us are goofball. You guys have met them.
Okay.
You met them at my Christmas party.
Yeah.
Okay, so those 2... not FBI. Other guy, FBI. Me, just the head coach of the team. We're in Philadelphia, and we want to go check out Pat and Gino's, the steak and cheese and cheesesteak place. We want to compare them, but it's busy in that area. Well, we're in a white van with blacked out windows. So there's a lady in a car with her friend, like in the car, it's kind of running. And one of them, the hockey dads, says, hang on. He goes, hang on, let me handle this. And he opens the van door because they're just sitting there. We're looking for a parking spot.
Boy.
So he runs up to the window and goes, and the lady goes, FBI. He goes, FBI, you got to get out of here. And she like rolls. He goes, FBI, you got to get out of here now. So she's like, whoa, takes off. He goes back to the van and he goes, hey, look, I got us a parking spot.
No.
Meanwhile, the FBI guy is so pissed.
Yeah.
He's like, you can't do that. He goes, hey, I didn't impersonate the FBI. I didn't say I was FBI. He goes, I pointed back at you, FBI. So
technically accurate.
Technically accurate, although highly frowned upon. But now a hilarious story. And you guys now having met those 2 individuals, it checks.
Yeah. Oh, man. All right, it's Fastlane on 101 ESPN. Be smart out there, folks.
Yeah.
Be smart out there. 3 questions facing the Blues. We'll dive into that next on 101 ESPN. means it's time to play the lineup game here in the Fast Lane on 101 ESPN. It's 3:02, your time check, brought to you by Clarkson Jewelers, an officially licensed Rolex jeweler, with Andrew Marsh, Carey Davis, and Jamie Rivers. I'm Anthony Stalter. Cardinals, Orioles tonight. And like I said before, Chris Bassett will be on the hill for the Orioles. And Matthew Liberatore will start for the Cardinals. Chris Bassett is a right-hander, CD.
All right.
Right-hander.
All right. RHP. You want me to go?
Go for it.
Show us JJ Weatherholt.
What's the best kind of firework to buy?
Wouldn't you like to know, weather boy?
Yvonne Herrera?
For sure.
Show us Yvonne Herrera.
What's your favorite position?
Designated hitter.
That's cool with me. It's not my favorite, but I'll do it for you.
All right, let's keep this in mind. Weatherholt likely the shortstop
Yeah.
with Mason Wynn going on the IL.
Is this Alec Burleson?
Yeah.
Show us Alec Burleson.
He's not some magic star.
What? You're insane. He's a huge star at this specific sliver of time.
Jamie, welcome back in.
Yeah, sorry, guys. I'm trying to... I had little guy's hockey bag in my truck. I was supposed to take it out of the truck last night.
Did not.
Didn't. So now Ashley's going to swing by and grab it out of the truck. And
Hey.
imagine not all that pleased with me.
Well, things happen.
If I was betting in Las Vegas, I'd
Yeah.
say that...
Odds are pretty good.
Odds are pretty good.
that
You're going to get at least some passive-aggressive
probably a short stint of quiet, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, though. Is that? I mean, you love your significant others, but is that always a bad thing?
You know, Carrie, contrary to some people, I enjoy talking to her
I
at
hear
all
you.
times.
We'll talk about it later.
You know, sometimes she likes to hear me talk. Sometimes on the radio, like when they're driving.
Yeah.
So,
I'm just
Nothing but
wondering.
love.
Nothing but love. We want to hear them talk.
Open dialogue
All
is
day.
excellent.
Hear about your days.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
How
Yeah, we'll talk later.
life goes.
Yeah, show us Jordan Walker.
That one touched the ground. That one touched the ground.
What's going on there? I'm just fixing something that's been bugging me.
Wait a minute. What have we here?
All right. So batting fifth now. This is usually where things start to go sideways.
This is Joshua Baez.
Show us Joshua Baez.
History is made.
I hit my first home run.
Greatest game ever played.
That's how you do it, Mom.
It's Jason Bourne.
Carrie, I haven't told you how much I love Ashley.
Yeah, man.
Tremendous.
Yeah.
amount. Yeah.
And love talking and communicating.
It's
hearing
never a bad story.
Never. Hearing about,
She's very funny. A lot of
their
times.
days.
Extremely supportive. And,
She's a great woman. You're a lucky dude, man.
Yeah. Thank you.
You're a lucky dude.
Appreciate that. Okay.
I think this is Nolan Gorman, man.
You do?
I
Give me
do,
that
man.
Gorman.
We can hear my favorite sounder.
Okay, go for it.
Show us Nolan Gorman.
We need 38 home runs, 120 RBIs.
I'm ready to go in, Coach. Just give me a chance. I know there's a lot riding on it, but it's all psychological.
Halftime. All right, nice job there, kid.
Okay,
Nah,
so
I
where are we
think
at
for
now?
here.
7?
I think this is Church.
I would agree with that. I'm okay with that.
Show us Nathan Church.
Not great.
I even wrote it down. Yeah, you do need a second baseman.
You
I think
center
that's
fielder,
Gorman.
second baseman, and a catcher.
You think Gorman's playing third or second?
Oh, good question.
I think
Good
Gorman's
call,
at
Jamie.
third.
Okay, then who's at second? Fermin?
The Furminator.
Or where's Urias, since that guy's back in the mix now?
Oh.
Is he at third and Gorman at second?
Gorman can play second base.
Well, he played there for
completely
quite a while, Carrie. I don't know if you
goofed
noticed.
that. Well, I ain't seen him in a while, Jamie. I don't know if you've noticed.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Huh?
You want to go Urias here?
I don't really know.
I want to go Furminator.
Okay.
I think. I mean, they playing baseball today.
Yes, sir.
Then Fermin's in the lineup.
Absolutely.
You want me to go?
Yep.
Show us Jose Fermin.
No.
All right, Jamie, you were right. Do it.
Who did I say?
Oh my gosh,
Ramon Urias.
You know, I don't need your crap.
I apologize.
You
You
know?
said Ramon Urias.
Show us. Urias.
Wait a minute. Who are you?
I'm the new guy.
All right, so he's at third.
And Gorman is at second.
I don't know if he's at. I don't think he's playing second.
Why not? Who is he going to play? You think he's DHing?
DHing and Herrera is the catcher.
Who's playing second then? Fermin? Or Torres?
Or Torres.
So where's
Who the hell
Church?
you think Gorman's DHing?
No, yeah.
He don't want to put too much on him, Jamie. First day back.
I think that Herrera's catching. I think Gorman's the DH. Urias is at third. And then we would need just the center fielder and second baseman.
You know what? You know best. Go ahead.
You want to go Church here or Fermin here?
I don't know why I said it that way.
Yeah, what was that? I thought we were a team.
We are a team.
Doesn't feel like it right now.
Nathan Church.
Show us, Nathan Church.
I believe in the Church of Baseball. I've tried all the major religions and most of the minor ones.
So this is probably, excuse me, I get choked up. Jose Fermin.
It has to be.
Because they're playing baseball today, Anthony. Jamie, are they playing baseball today?
Yeah.
Is Oli Marmol the manager?
Every day that ends in Y is Ferminator Day.
There you go, man. Show us Jose Fermin.
Hello, local utility.
Come on, man. What are we doing, man?
This guy's going to be first ballot Hall of Famer, I think. Cardinal Hall of Fame for me.
I'm with it.
Wow. All right, Marsh, run that thing.
All right, leading off the shortstop. J.J. Weatherholt batting second and catching is Ivan Herrera. Batting third, your first baseman, Alec Burleson. Your cleanup hitter in right field, Jordan Walker. Batting fifth in left field is Joshua Baez. Batting sixth, the designated hitter, Nolan Gorman. Batting seventh and playing third base is Ramon Urias. Batting eighth in center field, Nathan Church. And batting ninth, playing second base, Jose Fermin.
Back. Stay fair! Stay fair!
Go fair, go fair!
I don't believe what I just saw!
Home run. Marsh, hit us with those latest standings.
All right, Anthony, last week you picked up 2 more points. Wow. You have 31. Carey picked up 3 points. He's at 12. I am at 23 still. Jamie is at 13 as well. So Carey's on the heels of Jamie Rivers.
Guys, I'm going to switch things up. You're going to be shocked by this.
Jordan Walker.
Give me Jordan Walker.
Storylines. Let's go, Marshy.
Got to go with him. Give me Nolan Gorman.
Yeah, I knew it.
He has 3 home runs off of Bassett.
I mean,
he's
going. It makes sense.
You know what?
He's 3 for 4.
It's going to happen.
Give me that Baez.
Give me Ramon Urias.
Oh, God. Sorry. It was a great pick.
Thank you.
Wow.
It's like Family Feud when the one family person says something and everybody's silent. And then one person in the group realizes that they just crapped all over it. Like, oh, okay, good answer.
Show us that answer that doesn't make any damn sense.
Well, Steve Harvey will let you know if you have a stupid answer just by his face.
Do you guys, are you guys old enough at all to remember the original Family Feud?
Yeah,
Richard Dawson.
Yeah, he was kissing people all on the face and mouth.
Unbelievable. You'd be standing
kissing them
next to your wife, and he would come over, sometimes like cigarette in hand, and he'd be like, "I welcome you to Family Feud. That's your lovely wife."
Kiss you right in your mouth.
And be like,
what?
And you'd be like, "Oh, wow, okay, that's a 3 or 4 second kiss."
Yeah, that was too much, man.
There's a lot. Yeah,
Hey, man, what are we doing here?
Times have changed.
Times have definitely changed.
I have seen that on the Game Show Network.
Yeah.
I think you got to throw that guy down on his blanking face.
I don't know what you do in that case. Like, I know what I would want to do, but you're on, like, TV, and this guy's, like, super famous at the time. You just take the loss?
I wonder if they tell him, hey, we're going to kiss your wife before we
I don't think he told him.
Introduce him.
He would just saunter over, though, with all the confidence in the world.
With the skinny microphone.
Yeah, and just be like, how are you today? Lovely couple here from Cleveland, Ohio, and this is your lovely wife. His lovely wife here. Welcome to the family feud. Oh, here you go. Welcome, darling. Just like suck half her face in.
What the hell, man? It's my wife.
And then
What's going on
stare
here?
over at the husband. Oh, she's a fabulous kisser. You're lucky man.
He's not wrong. He is not wrong. It's ridiculous, man.
That's pretty spot on. I found it was.
How is that?
Look at it. Like it's ridiculous.
How is that not a Saturday Night Live skit?
I'm sure it has been at some point.
Where somebody just next time brings a gun. Don't you dare. What's the guy's name?
Richard Dawson.
Don't you dare, Richard.
He was the guy. He was so good at that. He did multiple shows, but then he was in. Remember the Arnold Schwarzenegger version of The Running Man?
Yeah.
No.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
He was in that movie. He was the host of the game
Yep.
show where there was killing like real people.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, you got through the Valley of Death on that one. We'll see what Blue Steel has for him next.
They remade that movie. It just came out this year. I actually enjoyed it.
Yeah, I did too. It's cool.
One of our listeners let us know that Richard Dawson actually married one of the contestants.
That's not hard to believe.
That makes sense.
I don't doubt that.
In 1981.
How
She
many
appeared
did
on
he
1981.
not marry? You know?
Yeah. Jeez.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, man.
That's a woman. Oh, she's a fantastic kisser. You're a lucky man.
Thanks.
If she cooks as good as she kisses, you're no wonder you look that way.
Thanks, Richard. What a turd. All right. It's a Fast Lane on 101 ESPN. Now we'll dive into those 3 questions for the Blues, 3 questions facing the Blues, which was posted by our guy Luke Korak at NHL.com. That's next on 101 ESPN. It's the Fast Lane on 101 ESPN. Luke Korak at NHL.com put together 3 questions facing the St. Louis Blues. Jamie wanted to throw some of these at you. His number 1 question was, can Mason McTavish and Connor McMichael fuel more offense for the top 6? So the Blues ranked 24th in the NHL in scoring last season, averaging 2.8 goals per game. Wanted to go younger, create more balance with their offense. Hope they accomplish that with the acquisitions of McTavish and McMichael in separate trades with the Ducks and Capitals, respectively. So as you're looking at the additions of McTavish and McMichael, of course, the returns of Robert Thomas, Dylan Holloway, Jimmy Snuggerud, Jake Neighbors, Pavel Buchnevich-ish. What do you think? Can those 2 additions fuel more offense for the top 6?
I think they certainly can. You look at Mason McTavish, again, a 3rd overall pick. He's still really young in the NHL. His first 2 years, 43 and 42 points, then 52 points, then 41 points again. Last year, he's had a high of 22 goals in a season in 24-25. I think he's going to have an even bigger role on this Blues team. I think that he's going to have the opportunity to be a net front presence or in the bumper spot on the power play. Those guys get a lot of action. A lot of pucks get put into the middle of the ice. I would hope that even more this year from the Blues get funneled into that area. I think that he's going to have a really nice little bounce back season. And as far as McMichael is considered, he's had some good numbers as well coming out of Washington. If you look at in 24-25, he had 57 points, 26 goals. So he's even had more goals than Mason McTavish. And then last year, we'll call it a down year, had 46 points. And when you look at the Blues, if you're looking at last year, just on the roster that they had, 46 points puts them 5th on the team in scoring. That's the same as Jordan Kyrou had. Mm-hmm. So both of these guys had equal points to what a Jordan Kyrou provided last season, which was a down year for Kyrou. And Jake Neighbors had 36. So I think the Blues are definitely looking at both of these guys to create scoring depth. Jordan Kyrou, we know how dynamic he was at times, well, most of his career, let's be honest. But he's one player. And if he cools down, then that one player doesn't provide the offense that you're looking for, at least that second layer of offense. I think what the Blues have done so far, at least with the roster on paper, is they've filled up the depth of scoring with numbers, not just one player that produces a high number. You've got several players that produce, mid-level numbers, but the aggregate, it's a big word, Carey.
Good job.
Should give you more points than the one player that you have.
Sure.
And they're better all-around players.
McMichael, by the way, had 26 goals in 24-25, certainly encouraging. What makes it perhaps even more fascinating is the Blues don't necessarily need McMichael to become a superstar.
Give me 20 to 25.
Yeah, provide consistent secondary scoring. All right, the second question, will Joel Hofer supplant Jordan Binnington as the number 1 goalie?
Hasn't that already happened?
Yeah.
I imagine that Jordan Binnington, I haven't talked to him recently, but I know going into last offseason or the offseason that we just had here, a great teammate. I said this before. They have a tremendous working relationship between them. Mm-hmm. But make no doubt, he knew he was the backup goalie at the end of last season.
Sure.
He wants to try and regain that starting goalie. He wants to regain the larger number of starts than Joel Hofer. So he's going to compete his ass off at training camp. Will it be enough? I don't know. Contract and age are working against Binnington right now. Because the future is Joel Hofer. Mm-hmm. It just is. And Joel Hofer is viewed as one of the best upcoming young goalies in the NHL right now. And Jordan Binnington is at the end of his current contract, 1 year left, and he's not getting any younger.
Sure.
So those 2 elements tell me that it's going to be an uphill battle for him. And the fact that Hofer carried the mail down the stretch and proved that he could have a larger number of starts and handle it very well, along with his future here as a St. Louis Blue, probably leaning towards Hofer having already won that spot.
Yeah, Hofer 12-2-2 after the Olympic break with a 204 goals against. and a .933 save percentage in 16 starts. That is very good.
That's phenomenal.
Binnington, 5-3-1 with a 2.25 goals against and a .907 save percentage in 9 starts. So certainly not bad, just not as good as Joel
And
Hofer.
he's just, unfortunately, he's older and end of his contract. Well, that stuff plays.
Yeah, so last season, Hofer started more games than Binnington. Hofer had 43 starts, Binnington 39. Like you said, Jamie, this one pretty much has already happened. Last question that Lou Korak posted at NHL.com. Will the Blues name a captain?
Yeah, this one's tough. I've said it before, and I was on the podcast Hockey Sense with our guy Andy Strickland. We talked about it on there, and I don't know how guys act or how they're viewed behind closed doors on an everyday basis. So I don't know if Robert Thomas or Colton Parayko or whoever your pony is in this race, I don't know if they exude all of the things that you need. But there's two things the Blues have to think about. One, do you clearly have an individual that embodies exactly what you want out of your particular captain? Do you? Don't know. And if you don't have that, is that a problem? Or, part B, is do you see a player that's real close that you can work with all the veteran presence that you have around your organization in Al McInnes, Keith Tkachuk, Scott Mellenby, Chris Pronger, you name it, Barrett Jackman's in town. Like, you have a ton of resources that you can kind of deflect and maybe help said player become what you think or what you would like to be the captain of your team. Those are the two avenues for me. I don't like the 3 assistant captains. I just, again, you either have somebody or you don't. And if you don't, you got to make somebody or find one.
Sure.
Do you think if Robert Thomas is named captain, would it put more pressure and expectations on him, or do you think it would allow him to sort of just go out there knowing that he has the C and just play a little bit more freely?
No.
You don't think so?
No chance.
Okay.
Way higher expectations, way higher demands. The body language issue, got to go. The, pouty, got to go. Like, unacceptable. So that to me, and media, got to deal with the media, can't be snarky, got to be available. Like, all of these things, the expectations grow exponentially when you put that C on your jersey.
Yeah, I guess I'm asking from the okay, there's been so much speculation. Let's just say he is named captain. It's more so like, oh, okay, I don't have to worry about this anymore. I'm the captain.
For a day, you're like that.
I know what my role is here. It's not his team, but I mean, to a degree, he's the captain. So I just wonder if there's something there. But you say no.
No chance. Because then the next day you're in the office with the coaches talking about certain things, travel schedule, training schedules, sleep schedules,
dinners,
all that stuff. You're talking with the coaching staff. And then you walk out, and then the media has requested a full press conference with you. So before you can even really breathe or exhale, you're in it.
So will that help or hurt his game if he has to be buttoned up? Will that make him a better player?
That's what we're going to find out. Because last year when Braden Shen got traded, Robert Thomas became more of a prominent figure for the team, and he excelled. Now, what does it look like when he has adversity? Because that's always been my biggest question about Robert Thomas is when the adversity presents itself, how does he naturally respond to that? In the past, he's naturally became frustrated, and you can see it. Is he beyond that now? With the little bit of responsibility he got at the end of last season, was that enough to show him that when you conduct yourself in a certain way, the adversity sometimes goes way faster? So we'll see.
That's Jamie Rivers, Carey Davis, Andrew Marsh, Anthony Stalter. Kevin Durant said something that it's very Kevin Durant-like. We'll get into that next on 101 ESPN.
Well, if you're looking to protect your yard from those nasty little critters, those pests, those ants, those bees, I mean, you name it, my friends over at Amco Ranger, they're there right beside you to protect your yard and make sure that you have no problems with any of those pests. And they have been a family owned, operated business for over 60 years, or A-plus rated with the Better Business Bureau. Their employees are extremely well trained, and I just love their customer service. It's fantastic. They reach out to you when they're on their way, and they tell you that they're coming, and if they have anything in particular that you'd like them to look at, they will do so. And usually that gives you an opportunity to say, hey, I've been seeing some mole action, or the bees under the deck, they're back again, or the ants are in the way, and then they go and they take care of it. They take care of what you've decided or described to them, and then they go and they survey the entire yard, and they give you an update. When they're done, you get a full written update of what they've done and what they might have to do in the future. I just love the customer service that I get at AMCO Ranger. They're the best in the business. And the best part about it is they serve the entire St. Louis area, St. Charles, you name it, they will come to you. But you got to call them. Give them a call at 636-441-2847. That's 636-441-2847, or visit amcoranger.com.
ESPN Sports Center.
I'm Andrew Marsh. It's time for a Sports Center update brought to you by Universal Windows Direct. The Cardinals are back in action, taking on the Baltimore Orioles. First pitch tonight from Busch Stadium is at 6:45. Matthew Liberatore on the mound for the Cardinals, and Nolan Gorman is back in the majors. He is the designated hitter tonight and will bat 6th in the lineup for the Cardinals. I'm Andrew Marsh, and the Sports Center update is brought to you by Universal Windows Direct. They'll be saying, I love my windows.
It's Fastlane on 101 ESPN. So Kevin Durant said that winning a regular season MVP carries more weight than winning a championship. Now, Carey, you have also said that, which shocked Jamie and I.
Yeah.
Said something like it. Yep. Sure did.
Kind of verbatim, really.
Well, I was asked which one would I rather have.
Yeah.
Duh.
Based upon that, I'd like you to relinquish your ring.
I ain't doing that, brother.
Well, wait. Why not?
You can't have my ring.
It's just a participation ring.
According to some.
Your own flesh and blood.
According to some.
Here's
it was a rough day.
Here's Vince Carter and Tracy McGrady debating it on their podcast, Cousins.
KD was on the Fred VanVleet podcast, and he's talking about regular season MVP holds more weight than winning a championship. What are your thoughts on that? Regular season MVP holds more weight than an NBA championship. And the reason I'm asking you that,
regular season MVP holds more weight
than winning a championship.
Hell yeah.
So
why wouldn't it? Why wouldn't it?
So basically, I think
said yeah.
Both of them. Tracy McGrady said yes, and then Vince Carter, I think, eventually came around to agreeing with it. The reason why I believe he said it, I think if you listen to the clip a little bit longer, he mentions that it's much harder to win an MVP in a league. Being the best player amongst all of the players in the NBA versus having a really good team. When you have a team, it's not just you, the player, it's multiple people on that team. It is managers, front office, trainers, equipment people. Like, it's a lot of people. It's a lot of things that go into that. So it's not just you. But as a MVP, that's the body of work that you put into your season and how great of a season you had. Mm-hmm. And then Tracy also mentioned, who's the 10th or 12th man on this championship team or on that championship team. It's like those people have rings. But being an MVP, I won't sit here and tell you, as much as I'd like to, Anthony, I wasn't better than Dan Marino. Now, you may disagree with that.
I do. Wholeheartedly, actually.
And,
yeah.
Well, you never got a chance to play quarterback for one thing.
I wasn't.
Thank you.
I don't think my man Edgerrin James has a Super Bowl. I wasn't better than him either.
Not many people were, Carey. He's a Hall of Famer.
See what I'm saying? So, with that being said, I do think being there, and let's be clear, there are less MVPs than there are Super Bowl champions or NBA champions or NHL Stanley Cup winners. Mm-hmm. There are less MVPs than there are champions because that's a team award versus an individual award, and there are less of those guys than there are champions.
Here's what I wonder. Neither of those guys has a championship. So it's fine, and I'm not dogging them. This is not where I'm going with this.
I don't think either one of them have an MVP either, though.
I would correct, maybe. I don't know.
I'm pretty sure.
I would like to ask.
Wait, how would you not know?
That they don't have an MVP?
Yeah, isn't it the most important thing ever?
I would know if they had one, so there you go. I would know if they had one.
So I would like. Anthony, that was well played, by the way. That was well played. I would like to know.
I don't know who won there.
I thought I did. Yeah, right. He thinks you did. All right. Call it a tie.
Gary just served it right back. Here you go. Here's your crab sandwich.
I would like to ask 10 players in all the 4 major leagues that have a championship as well as an MVP, regular season MVP, what they value more.
Because I think they would value more the championship.
Okay, but then why is that?
Because they have the MVP. Like, if you're asking them, but I think if you ask the 53rd man on an NFL roster, would he prefer being an NFL champion and playing, I don't know, 6 years? or being an MVP and having that attached to his
being
name.
an MVP was never in the cards for that player. Never.
But
the 53rd guy on the roster has no chance.
That's why I believe they're saying that being an MVP has more weight because you are the top of the top.
Again, I would like to ask somebody who has got both in their closet or on their desk at home in the office and say, hey, look, like, which one do
you think Charles Barkley would trade his MVP for a championship?
I don't know. I've never asked him.
We should ask him. Next time
we can get him on.
Yeah,
and we'll
time
ask him.
I wonder what John Sebastian Jaguar and Connor McDavid think about winning the playoff MVP
I know
and
Connor
not
McDavid
winning the
feels
Stanley
about
Cup.
It. He hates the fact that he won the Conn Smythe, doesn't care about it at all as being the playoff MVP. Didn't even go out to take the damn trophy.
Now, it's not regular season MVP. That's a full season, which is impressive. But winning the
playoff MVP in the NHL, it's a pretty big deal.
While losing, too. That doesn't happen all the time.
No. It's an interesting question. I think that you can have a very, very valid argument on both sides. Here's where the argument changes, though, is financially. So if you're a league MVP regular season, your contract looks much different moving forward than a middle-of-the-run player who's got a championship. The middle-of-the-team guy who has a championship, he's going to get another job, and his career might get extended by a year or two because he's got a championship, and he knows what it takes to win. He's a good veteran, but his paychecks aren't going to look the same as the MVP. And even if the MVP doesn't win a championship, his paychecks are still going to outweigh that middle-of-the-run league champion. So that's where the argument changes, is if we talk about finances. And that,
We're talking about financial,
I don't know how you beat that. I don't know how you win that argument.
Yeah, because I think having generational wealth is going to
Well, for some of those guys, having the highest paycheck in the league means more to them than winning a championship.
To some, right? But I just think what KD is both a champion and an MVP. He has done both.
He has.
I think that what he's saying is maybe not that, and I don't want to speak for him, but he said it is more weight to it. Maybe it's more value, or it's harder to win an MVP than a team championship.
Yeah, it's just, again,
I don't know which one is harder. Like, you as an individual have to
on
be
the league, right?
It does. It depends on who you're going against. Like what other players
last year,
are
if the
competing
Patriots
with
would have won the Super Bowl, if they would have, everybody talks about how they had the weakest schedule and ever, Bob.
Right.
And then they go on, win one big game, win the Super Bowl. It wasn't that difficult.
Right.
But you go through 162 Major League Baseball games or 82 NHL games, plus the NHL playoffs, which is obviously very difficult as well.
Right.
But then football, you have the argument of if you have a bad day in the playoffs, you're out. You don't get You don't get a redo.
You don't get a chance to do it over again.
Right. I find this particular conversation, as it pertains to basketball, to be an interesting one, because if you look at all the other sports, there's more players on the team. Where in basketball, if you have one dude, or, you have to have other pieces, of course, but basketball, the NBA in itself, it's always about championships, is it not? The conversation is always championships. It's never been MVP.
I don't think it's
always championships.
I don't think it's easier to win an NBA championship just because again, I went through all of the years. Every one of those teams, for the most part, has at least two Hall of Famers or future Hall of Famers on their team. Like, being one player and doing it is going to be extremely difficult. Hakeem Olajuwon in 1994 might be the only one that I could say was the only Hall of Famer, and that's before Clyde Drexler got there the following year.
Kawhi Leonard did it a few years ago with the Raptors.
Yeah, he did.
He did do it. That's another one. And I don't know if Kyle Lowry is. Maybe he is. Maybe he is. Like, they got a couple of fringe guys on that roster that may or may not be, but it's extremely hard to do that in the NBA. But Kawhi Leonard, if I'm not mistaken, hasn't won a league MVP either. So which one is more difficult?
I think I'm just looking at in terms of carries more weight when we are watching TV, we're watching the debate shows, we're talking about it now on radio, and we are discussing the NBA, and we bring in Michael Jordan, and we have that discussion about Jordan, LeBron. What does it normally come down to?
Championships.
Who has the most championships?
That's because people are idiots and they say that.
But that's the public perception
I wonder what those
of it.
two would say about it.
Well, see, I'm with Marsh on this one. If we're talking about like what carries more weight, well, to who? If it carries more weight to the individual, I think that's what Kevin Durant is saying. Like, it means more to me because, it's all about me.
And his championships.
Less about the team.
His championships were, and I know he did really well with the Warriors.
He's the best player on the team.
But he joined a super team.
He was
it's
the best
not
player
like
on
he
that
pulled
team.
a Kawhi Leonard.
Don't look at me like that. He was the best player on that Warriors team.
He did win the MVP.
Who did?
Kevin Durant. You don't believe that? Or you don't believe that I believe that?
You believe that. Steph Curry's your guy.
It was still Steph Curry's team, but Kevin Durant was the best player on that team.
Well, to Marsh's point, he won the Finals MVP.
But public perception, as we're talking about it right now, people will always remember Kevin Durant for joining the Warriors, a team that had already been established.
Sure.
So, of course.
Which is unfair.
Of course.
And also true.
Of course.
Truly unfair.
Of course, Anthony.
Unfairly true.
Okay.
Sure. I'm sure he probably thinks, well, I've won these MVPs because I did that. Singular me. I won those.
Yeah.
Whereas some people believe, as you just iterated 4 times, well, he joined a super team to win his championships.
Yeah. He's had an unbelievable career, by the way.
Kevin Durant?
Oh, he's a great basketball player.
2-time NBA champion, 2-time NBA Finals champion, 16 NBA All-Star appearances, NBA Most Valuable Player in 2014, 4-time NBA scoring champion, Olympics MVP. Like, what hasn't this guy done?
Done it all, man.
Yeah.
He ain't playing no defense.
No, he don't play defense. But in fairness to him, nobody in the NBA does.
Okay.
Except for
Kawhi Leonard.
When he's out there.
Draymond Green.
I actually thought you were going to say Draymond. Yeah, Wemby plays some D.
He does.
Yeah. He tries.
Draymond does play really good defense.
I thought you were going there.
Well, we just mentioned Kawhi, so I thought that's where you were leading.
No. You're a Warriors guy.
Yeah, it was misleading.
It was a little bit, right?
Yeah.
You saw that?
I feel bad for you.
Come on, man.
You're misleading in so many different ways.
You're not wrong.
By the way,
sorry. Hell? This is unfair. Unnecessary and unfair by me.
Yes, completely.
By the way, we need to clear this up because I saw something that the 314 sent in that I know Carey does not believe. So why don't we just clear this up? CD, I love you, but you're blanking nuts if you think LeBron is the GOAT over Jordan. You have never said that.
He's never
believed
And
that.
from 2 to 6 p.m.
As much as I like to stir it up.
Yeah,
we need to clear that up.
In my entire life said that, brother or sister. Yeah, no. It is Michael Jordan.
We like to give each other crap, but we still have standards and boundaries.
I will not
Certain
stand
things
for
we
that.
don't mix with. And that's one there.
Yeah. All right, it's Fastlane on 101 ESPN. More of your mic drops in the Cardinals. We asked you earlier in the show, would a collapse at the end of the season change your excitement level for the Cardinals moving forward? More of your Rhino Show mic drops next on 101 ESPN.
Anthony, I don't know much about converting loans, so we got our guy Stewie on the phone here. Stewie, what do you say to some people who try to tell guys like Anthony and I that they can't convert an FHA loan to a conventional loan?
Well, people think because they have an FHA loan that it's not worthwhile refinancing because rates on an FHA loan are typically a little bit lower than conventional loans. First of all, I find out that there are so many people that don't even realize they have an FHA loan. They say, it's my mortgage. I have no idea what I have. Some people don't even know the interest rate. We had an ESPN listener call us. He has an FHA loan, and what he didn't know is when he bought the house, he put less than 10% down, and the PMI he's paying is $200 a month, never, ever goes away. No matter what percentage of the value you owe, you have to pay that PMI. He refinanced with us with the bagel loan, no closing costs at all, zero. Got the same exact rate that he has on the FHA loan, but eliminated a $204 a month PMI. So if you're not sure you can save money, you're not sure where you're at, give us a call. Sometimes it's not only about the rate, but getting rid of that PMI that makes you save and helps you save tons of money.
But if you're going to save, you have to first pick up the phone and call or text our guy Stewie on his personal cell phone number. This isn't a joke. This is something that Jamie and I have done countless times before where we've reached out to Stewie. Same exact number we dial. It's 314-324-4440.
314-324-4440.
Call, text, day, night. Stewie is outstanding. He not only is an expert when it comes to loans, debt consolidation, refis, he's also an expert in customer service.
And he's a hell of a guy.
And he's a hell of a guy as well. Stewie, we love you, man. You can always Google the bagel loan to get the information as well. Keep up the great work.
Have a great night, guys.
NMLS number 226715.
With the amount of injuries that they've had recently, a collapse at the end of the season wouldn't really mean anything to me. I think the best thing that the Cardinals could do at this point is keep having great performances from guys like Burleson and Walker and just lose as much as possible so they can get a good draft pick.
All right, so that was from Michael answering the question that we proposed today for our Rhino Shield mic drop. Would a collapse to the end of the season change your excitement for the Cardinals moving forward? So Michael went kind of in a different direction there. He understands that with the injuries, the Cardinals might not play their best baseball over the next month plus. But as long as the young guys continue to play well, even if they lose, at least they'll get a better draft pick. Now, I don't know how great that pick is going to be. You're either going to wind up in the 20s or the teens, most likely the teens. So it's not like you're going to get some, top 5, top 10 pick. But
yeah,
that was Michael's take on that. Why don't we hear from Gregory next?
Yeah, I think like Carey said, we got a lot of answers this season. Not all of them are good, but we got a lot of answers. Got a great general manager and president, Heim. I think Oli has shown himself to be a really good manager, especially with young players. I think that's a harder group to manage sometimes. I think he's really shown a great skill set in there. And I've always been an Oli fan, but I think this has probably been his best year as a manager. And, whether there's been a lot of positives this year. The home run derby was great. Tarps off. That's been fun. It's fun going to ballpark now. Man, the last 2 years, it hasn't been fun since Yachty retired, truthfully, as a fan. It's just not enjoyable. And it's fun this year. And, they're in a lot of close games, whether they're great at coming back. They never give up. So I feel like as a fan, I get my money's worth, whether I'm there and I'm watching on TV. I've, seen more games this year than I have the last 3 combined. So, and again, we got a lot of answers, and the answers that aren't filled are the holes that we weren't able to figure out. We know what they are now. So, real excited about this team. I think it's been a great year, despite the record.
All right, Gregory, really good sound mic drop there. He covered a lot of ground. Now,
well thought out.
It was very well thought out. Gregory seems like a really nice guy, so I would like to just warn him as a friend.
Be careful.
Be careful when you're saying things like this is the best season that Oli Marmol has had.
Well, I wanted to know from you guys, do you think this is his best season?
I think this is his best team besides the team that made the playoffs in 22.
I think that this is his best season.
Work.
Weatherholt's a rookie. He's having a sensational year. This has been Jordan Walker's best season. He's had to deal with a starting staff that, while as we know now, has been very good, going into the year is a big question mark. The bullpen has not been great, but he doesn't have the tools. He doesn't have the assets to manage the bullpen much better. I know we've got a lot of managers that sit at home and they would have made the correct call every single time in the 7th, 8th, and 9th. Mm-hmm. But he can only work with, he being Oli, can only work with what he's got from the pen. I think this is probably it.
I think it's definitely his best work. You look at the one team everybody loves to talk about. Well, he had Albert, he had Wayne, he had Yachty. Okay, so we give him no credit for that one. That's
correct.
Fine. Yeah. And then the last 2 years, he didn't have a roster that was any good.
Mm-hmm.
He had a couple of players that were good, but the roster itself overall wasn't good, and the pitching was never adequate in the last couple of years. And this year, expectations lower, of course, but I think he's done a really good job along with his staff. Like, people forget, it's not just the manager. Dusty Blake and everybody else involved, everybody has input in this, including the minor league coaches and people who are helping down there. I think this is his best work to date. And I like that they kept him on, because he deserved an opportunity to grow as a manager along with a team that was going to grow alongside him.
Agreed.
We got a text from the 618. Remember, this isn't Ollie's team unless they are losing and playing terribly.
Oh, man, that's accurate.
That's well said.
Mm-hmm.
That individual gets it right there.
100% accurate.
Mm-hmm.
What would Oli essentially have to do?
There's nothing, Marsh. Even if he won a
World Series.
I know we're kind of joking around, but would he actually need to win a World Series?
For some people, yeah.
Guys, even if he does, it'd say, Heim Bloom put together one hell of a roster.
Which goes back to the point of the texter.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter what he does. It's never going to be enough. I do think he's done a fantastic job. I felt like he's done the best job he can do with the roster that he's had the entire time that he's been the manager of the St. Louis Cardinals. When he had a really talented roster, they made it to the wild card. They lost to the Phillies, the team that actually went on to play in the World Series. So it's not like you lost to a slouch of a team. And then the next 2 years were like okay, what is this? What's going on here? 23 and 24 were really rough years. 25 was a little bit better. You knew that some of those older players were, you were probably going to move on from them in the offseason. And then 26, this, you know what? You probably are right. This probably is the best season because the expectations were so much lower coming into this year, and they have exceeded. They were expected to win, I think, 66 games the entire season.
Sure.
And they're at 66 right now. So it definitely is a much better performance than most people would have expected. But then people get greedy and start to feel like, well, they're winning, win it all. Okay, well, maybe you're not built for that just yet.
You should wake up and win it all.
Give it a chance. So I do think he's done a fantastic job, but I felt like he's done that his entire tenure here.
We did get a text from a 314. It has not been a great year, like your last caller said. The fans are still not showing up at the games.
Okay.
It ain't Ollie's fault. What are you supposed to buy all the tickets? He bought tickets for the tarps off people.
People are showing up enough, though. It's not terrible. Like, what was it, last year at the end of the season? It was terrible. Like 5,000 people there. I don't see that very often anymore, but maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah.
Anthony's tired.
No, it just goes back to, Marsh, you asked, what does he have to do? He's going to win it all. And to Jamie's point, even then, good luck with it.
The players are Chaim Bloom that gets the credit.
That's correct. Yeah, we're the fans. Fans did this.
Is that how that works?
Yep.
Never him?
No.
Blue Pucks says, hot take here. Marmol is a polarizing figure because of how the situation went down with Schilt more than how he actually manages.
I don't disagree with that. I think there's a lot of truth to that first statement. Now, I do think people still don't like the way he manages the game because as soon as something goes wrong or they lose, they put it on him. But I think there's a lot of truth to that first part there.
I don't know anymore. After people saw how it went down in San Diego for Schilt, I think they got to see a little glimpse behind the curtain of what it might have been around here.
Oh, you think that offered some sort of perspective to people? You think people are going back and thinking, well, I should reconsider my thought process? Get out of here.
Hell no.
It's time for you to grow up.
That requires you to have some self-consciousness about yourself, self-awareness.
Horrible take.
What the hell you think this is, man?
Horrible take.
People don't think that.
I'm going to go burn my hand on the stove.
Thank you for not only apologizing for that, but also punishing yourself.
Yeah, there you go.
I'll do that free of charge.
Apparently, we're glazing Oli Marmol too much.
Guy sucks, should be fired. Gauntlet next on 101 ESPN.
categories, one challenger. Can you survive the gauntlet?
Brought to you by Blue Note Roofing. Roofing, siding, and gutters. Visit BlueNoteRoofingSTL.com for a free inspection.
404, your time check is brought to you by Clarkson Jewelers, an officially licensed Rolex jeweler, with Andrew Marsh, Carey Davis, and Jamie Rivers. I'm Anthony Stalter. Welcome Joe to the program. What's up, Joe?
What's going on, boys?
Not much, man. Appreciate you listening. Thank you for playing today. Would you like to take on Marsh, Carey, Jamie, or me in round one?
Been thinking about it. I think we'll go with Marsh today.
Ooh, I like it, Joe. You want to know if you're a scumbag or not.
Yeah, bingo. This is the only way to truly say, you know?
Yeah.
So.
It's not about your decisions.
I feel like Joe knows he's kind of a scumbag. That's why he went for Marshy first.
Yeah, you know?
Yeah. I respect
I don't know
your
if you
game,
noticed,
Joe.
but I said today as well, so, you know.
Yeah. Okay, I like this. All right, so, Joe, go ahead and tell Marsh to spin that wheel, and then we'll kick him out of here.
Spin that sucker.
Good luck, Joe.
He's saying spin that sucker like spin that sucker or spin that sucker.
Comma, sucker.
Wow.
Yeah.
That wasn't an S.
Yes. Joe ain't messing around. I kind of like him. Joe, the wheel has stopped spinning.
Yeah.
All right.
What category are you hoping for?
You know, it doesn't really matter, but hopefully the questions are from like 98 and above, unless my dad told me something about it, so.
Okay. All right. Well,
how much random stuff did your dad talk to you about?
A pretty decent amount.
All right, we
Joe.
got random, buddy.
4 random questions today. Each one is worth 2 points unless you ask for the options. If you ask for the options, those questions are worth 1 point. Are you ready, Joe?
Let's go.
Here we go. The BMW Championship is underway, or was underway, at Belle Reef Country Club last weekend. Where did the 2025 edition of the tournament occur? We will accept
options.
The state. All right. Michigan, Pennsylvania, or Maryland?
Michigan.
Final answer?
Final answer.
All right, Joe, question 2. In World War II, this historic squadron flew over 15,000 individual missions and shot down 112 enemy airplanes.
All right. Show about this on Apple TV. Give me the options.
Was it the Red Bombardiers, the Tuskegee Airmen, or the Doolittle's Raiders?
We'll go with the middle option.
The Tuskegee Airmen?
That's it.
Final answer?
Yep.
All right.
Question number 3. Like all citrus fruits, tangerines have an abundance of this vitamin.
We'll go vitamin C.
Final answer?
Final answer.
All right, Joe. Can you name the plutonium implosion type atomic bomb dropped on Nagasaki, Japan, on August 9th, 1945? It was the second and last time nuclear weapons were used in war. So we're looking for the name of the atomic bomb that was dropped on Nagasaki.
We will go with the options one more time. Safe and sorry.
Fat man, little boy, or brown dog?
Little boy. Final answer.
All right, those were really random, man.
That was very random today.
Got our guy Marshy in here.
Joe, how you feeling?
You know, 50-50.
Okay. All right. We'll see how Marsh does. Marsh is walking back in from the cone of silence. He's got his backward hat on today. Is that a Cardinals? Is that a tan Cardinals hat?
Yeah.
Okay.
He got all the Cardinal hats.
He does.
I have so many hats.
Red, green,
yellow, blue,
yellow,
white, black.
Periwinkle.
Yeah.
Like, he's got it all.
I have a ton of hats.
Yes. Marshy.
Yes.
Your category today is 100% completely random.
Oh, boy.
Bag of lunch, brother.
Ready?
Yep.
All right, question 1. The BMW Championship was last week at Belle Reef Country Club. Where did the 2025 edition of the tournament occur? We will accept the state.
Oh, boy. I literally just looked this up the other day, too, when I was looking at the record and all that fun stuff. Let's use the options.
Michigan, Pennsylvania, or Maryland?
Oh, we're doing the state, not the course. Okay. Yeah, okay. What'd you say, Michigan?
Pennsylvania, or Maryland?
Let's go Maryland. Final answer.
Question 2. In World War II, this historic squadron flew over 15,000 individual missions and shot down 112 enemy airplanes.
Options.
Was it the Red Bombardiers, the Tuskegee Airmen, or Doolittle's Raiders?
I just said a few weeks ago I loved in high school learning about World War II and all that stuff, but my goodness, did that information not stick. Okay, we have the Red, what was it?
Bombardiers.
Okay,
Tuskegee Airmen.
Okay.
Doolittle's Raiders.
Can you read the question again?
Yeah, what's the name of the squadron that flew over 15,000 individual missions and shot down 112 enemy airplanes?
Let's do the Tuskegee Airmen.
Final answer?
Yeah, sure.
Question number 3. Like all citrus fruits, tangerines have an abundance of this vitamin.
Vitamin C, not D. Final answer.
Marsh, would you like to explain why that?
You've never heard this story?
No.
We'll explain after.
All right.
What did I miss?
It's great.
We'll tell you. Marsh will tell you the story on
Guy Marsh, he's a cute kid.
He'll tell the story on
Oh,
air.
I do remember now.
All right. Marshy, lock back in.
Yep.
Can you name the plutonium implosion type atomic bomb dropped on Nagasaki, Japan on August 9th, 1945? It was the second and last time nuclear weapons were used in war.
You want the name of the bomb?
Yes.
Oh, I don't know the name of the bomb. Like the scientific name or like what they called it? I guess you can't tell me that.
I can't tell you that.
Read the question one more time. I want to hear you say that word again.
I will name it. Can you name the plutonium implosion type atomic bomb dropped on Nagasaki, Japan on August 9th, 1945? It was the second and last time nuclear weapons were used in war.
The type. Okay. Give me the hydrogen bomb. Final answer.
Okay.
I have no idea if that's right.
All right. The BMW Championship was underway last week at Belle Reve Country Club. Where did the 2025 edition of the tournament occur? We will accept the state. Joe, with the options, went with Michigan. Marsh, with the options, went Maryland. Correct answer is
Maryland.
Marsh up 1-0 to his dismay. In World War II, this historic squadron flew over 15,000 individual missions and shot down 112 enemy airplanes. Joe went with the Tuskegee Airmen. Marsh also went the Tuskegee Airmen. Correct answer is
the Tuskegee Airmen.
Marsh up 2-1. Like all citrus fruits, tangerines have an abundance of this vitamin. You both said vitamin C. Correct answer is
vitamin C.
Neither of you needed the options.
All right.
So Marsh right now with 4 points. Joe with 3 points. Comes down to this. Can you name the plutonium implosion type atomic bomb dropped on Nagasaki, Japan on August 9th, 1945? It was the second and last time nuclear weapons were used in a war. Marsh, without the options, said the hydrogen bomb.
What's that face?
Which was not an option.
What were the options? I should have taken the options.
Probably.
Fat man.
Oh, okay. Well, actually was the name.
Little boy or brown dog.
Oh, little boy. That's what I would have went with if I would have taken the options.
Well, Joe went with little boy. If it's little boy, we have a walk-off because Joe actually use the options.
The showstopper, yeah.
All right, Joe.
I kind of hope I lose so this guy comes back.
If it's a little boy, walk off. If it's fat man or brown dog, Marsh is going to hang on to a 1-point victory today over Joe. Correct answer is
Fat man.
Joe.
Ooh, shot.
You have chosen poorly.
You lose.
Nobody that funny is a bad person. Joe, congratulations. While you did lose today, you are, in fact, a really good dude.
Hey, well, GG's, Marsh.
Yeah, good game. Those were hard. For me, at least.
That was tough. That was a tough one. Joe, you were a lot of fun today, man. All right, you have a good day. Thanks, Joe. See you. Nice job, Marsh.
Oh, thanks,
So
guys.
the vitamin C was the Sunny D thing.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Vitamin D. I mean, it's Sunny D.
Yeah.
There's just some things that stick with you for the rest of your life, and that will be one of
We all
those.
have them, dude.
So for those that don't know, Marsh was playing in the Gauntlet one time. He was asked a question about what vitamin I think is in Sunny D, and you said vitamin D because.
Well, no, it was what vitamin is in an orange?
Yeah,
and
it was in an orange.
I said, it's got to be vitamin D because Sunny D is like orange juice. So why else would it be called Sunny D? Vitamin D. Final answer.
It's called Sunny D because
Sunny Delight.
Sunny Delight. Yeah.
I had no idea.
Yeah, vitamin C. So that's what.
I thought it was like a play on words type thing.
No, sir.
Like,
We've all had our moments.
Yeah.
Anthony's got Wichita forever.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
I had the one time, was it Red Shane East? I didn't realize it was like a red Sheanadis. Like, remember that one day? You were here, Marcy.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know.
I got Wichita.
I think it was Show and Dice.
Show and Dice is right.
I actually think I clicked
Show and Dice.
I don't think you were here.
Red Shane East.
Yeah. And, I don't know. Well, Carey got him every
I
day.
had the Tom Brady one, where the answer was in the
answer
question.
was in the question.
And I clearly shot way under.
Oh, man.
I think I had another one, though.
Uh-oh, have we got it? Red Shondiced?
Red Shane East.
Shanediced. I'm like, what? Yeah.
It happens.
It's spelled, like the spelling.
It is.
If you
look
don't
at a
see
word.
Yeah.
And it's actually Anthony's fault.
What did he do?
He was on vacation. I was driving the bus that day. Otherwise, he would have had a chance.
No,
He's at the Hamptons.
My bad. He was the Hamptons.
I think
one of
that's
my
the time he was
places.
drilling his face into a pool.
So I think that question was in 2023. So this was a Gauntlet
I was
win
here for
3
that one.
years in the making.
I was here for that one. The Sunny D one, I believe.
I wasn't. I know that.
I believe I was here.
I was for sure. You're probably gone again.
You're always on vacation, brother. All that money, that New York money you spend.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, that makes sense.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Out of all things, I love that we've turned me into a rich guy. Like, of all things. All right. It's Fastlane on 101 at ESPN.
You're rich with a great family.
Yeah,
Yes,
you're
man.
damn right I
There you
am.
go.
Yes.
It's not
Absolutely.
just money, Anthony.
Well, it's definitely not money, but the family part, for sure.
Well, it's mostly stocks and bonds for you.
Yeah, right. He's gonna hold on.
Barry bonds?
He's waiting.
It's all that insurance company money.
Yeah. I've got multiple different insurance
I'm
companies.
curious, what was the hydrogen bomb? Was that not a bomb that was used?
It is, but this is so they used to name the bombs.
Okay.
Like not just like, hey, go grab that hydrogen bomb. They said,
Yeah.
go grab Fat
Fat
Man.
Man.
Was the second bomb a hydrogen bomb?
I believe so.
I think you're right, but they was called Fat Man.
They wanted
Well,
the
then
name of
why did it say what type?
I don't
It
know.
says, can you name
The type.
implosion type atomic bombs?
It's
Can you
implosion type.
name the plutonium implosion type atomic bomb dropped?
So, an atomic bomb, an explosive weapon that gets its massive power from splitting the center of heavy atoms like uranium or plutonium in a chain reaction. So, I don't
It's
know if
not hydrogen.
So, it's not hydrogen.
No. Hey, Marcia, good thing is you won anyways.
Yeah, man.
You know?
He's not satisfied.
He's never satisfied.
He's not.
He's
No.
never satisfied.
He's just teaching himself something.
satisfied.
No.
He's teaching himself something, all right?
No, he's not. He's just he's trying to prove himself right.
No, I'm just, it's never been used. Okay, maybe the hydrogen bomb was one that they maybe wanted to use, but, you know.
They held off.
They said,
Probably a good idea.
shouldn't do that.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
They said Little Boy was the first one dropped, and then Fat Man was the second one.
Never knew. Why would you call a bomb of that magnitude Little Boy?
probably to throw you off. You know, like when you meet somebody that's really big and his name is Tiny. Yeah. Like, Tiny, what's up, Tiny?
His name's Stretch.
Yeah, big fella. Yeah, come on, man.
Jimmy Roberts, by the way.
Yeah.
When we were playing in the minors in St. John's, Newfoundland, the same road trip where he picked a fight with the pizza man on purpose.
Naturally.
Everybody in a bar fight.
Sure.
They had a little person that worked the locker room. He'd been there forever. And he walked in while Jimmy was getting mad at us because we were terrible that game.
Yeah.
And he looked over and he goes, "Hey, Stretch, why don't you give us a minute here?"
Oh, come on.
Yeah. You're sitting there and you're like ready to snot bubble because it was kind of funny. But and Stretch was okay with it, actually, because after that, every team that went in there after, he told the story, and so everybody started calling him Stretch, and so that became his nickname.
Oh, well, there you go.
Yep.
Yeah, as long as he was okay with it.
Documentary called Little Man, if I'm not mistaken, with one of the Wayans brothers.
Yeah.
Oh.
He's a little man, though.
Was he?
He's like a baby, but
he tried to pass as a baby.
Yeah.
Did some weird things.
Grown man. Yeah.
Interesting. Hey, is small ball actually back? It's next on 101 ESPN. Before diving into the next topic, I just want to address something.
Oh, wow.
You said something, Carey, in the break that was highly offensive. You're done the rest of the day.
What?
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Suspended after this segment.
I'm working my tail off here. You fellas are going to kick me out?
Well, listen, you make one mistake, and that's what we'll remember. Actually, no. Carey, can you announce what you're doing tonight?
So I am being inducted into the Boys and Girls Club Hall of Fame this evening. So I am leaving a little bit early. Going to go get dressed and head down there and receive an award.
Congratulations.
Thanks, Carey.
Our guy.
Boy, thank you.
Carey Davis. Congrats, brother. That's awesome.
If you don't thank all of us in your speech
individually,
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Say something, maybe 30 to 45 seconds on each of us. Then
I got 3 minutes, but
perfect.
We're barely taking up your time.
Yeah. We're only asking for half of your speech.
You don't know how many people there will start to listen and tell friends.
This is true.
You know,
I will give you all a shout out.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate it.
Just something small like couldn't be here without the fans.
Yeah, something like that.
If it wasn't for these guys, I'd be nothing and no one.
Yeah,
that's aggressive.
Super Bowl champion, all-state champion, right?
Yeah, state champion.
Yeah, state champion in high school.
Yep.
College, we know you were
Big
there
Ten champion.
and played.
Yeah.
You know,
well.
Big Ten champion. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. You guys went to the Rose Bowl that year.
Sugar Bowl.
Sugar
Rose Bowl was the championship game, so we didn't get to go.
All of that is great, but make sure that you talk about.
I mean, the most important thing is what I do every day from 2 to 6. The fast lane is really where I've built my where people know me from. Yeah.
Are you willing to?
Let's get a preview of this speech.
Are you willing to share your work with the Boys and Girls Club and some of the things that you've done and
on the fast lane?
Yeah, right now.
Yeah. Well, I've done. First of all, the Boys and Girls Club, honestly, in all honesty, it really put me into football, put me into sports. I started going down and playing sports at Matthews Digg at a young age. I didn't start playing football until I was like 12, so because there was a weight limit. And I was always a bigger kid. I could not ever make the weight. So my mom one summer basically made it her mission that she was going to make me make weight, and we were going to get it done. Like the weight limit was 175. I was 200 pounds at like 13 years old, 12 years old. I was what we called back in the day husky.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had a husky section for the bigger kids. So
they knew you were a dog.
I was definitely a dog. So I had to lose like 25 pounds, but Mom made it her mission. We got it done, and from that point on, man, I love football. I always loved it, but I had never actually played until I was 12, and so it just was something that I tell people this when you're playing football, especially as a younger player, like the catching the ball and running the routes and blocking, if you can get hit or hit someone, get up and say, oh yeah, give me one more, then you can play football. It's like being a boxer. It's like playing hockey the first time you get hit. Like if you can it wasn't that bad. And I actually am okay with this. Then you can continue to play the sport. And, my first time running into somebody, I was like, I'm still alive. Okay, I can do it. And from that point on, that was my mindset. And fortunately for me, man, I was able to have a really good high school. I went to Hazelwood Central. Really good high school teammates. We had a lot of Division I players on our team. We had when we won state my sophomore year, we had 9 guys that went Division I, like FBS. And then we had 4 or 5 guys that went FCS. So we had a lot of talent on that team. And so it was just from there, being able to go to Illinois and then, my journey throughout the NFL, it was really, really cool.
Do you think, because you guys had so many great players in high school, and you've talked about how those guys were in front of you at the time and you had to work to get to that spot. Do you think if your team didn't have those caliber of players that you would have had the career that you did?
No, because I looked up to those guys, especially like my guy Cortland Johnson, Jamison Palmer. They were our 2 running backs. They were ahead of me. I remember I laugh at my coach. We laugh all the time when I see him because my sophomore year, I actually quit the varsity team. I asked him, am I going to get to run the football? He's like, oh, man, did Cortland and Jamison transfer? I'm like, nah, coach, they standing
right there.
They're standing right there. He's like, well, hell no, you ain't running the ball, son. This kid's going to Colorado. That one's going to Middle Tennessee State. Hell no, you're not running the ball. They're running the football. And so watching those 2 guys be as dynamic as they were, it's just like, man, if I can do half of what they're doing or reach the same level that they are, then I can make it. And so we had a lot. I mean, we had a lot of talent on that team. One state and, some really good guys.
So what made you stick with it then? Because you talked about how you're like, well, screw that.
Well, I went down. I literally said, I'm okay, cool. I'm going to play JV. They wanted me to just play linebacker. I'm like, I want to run the ball. And so I went to the JV team, and they were pissed. They were pissed off. Like,
JV team?
Yeah, no. The varsity coaches were pissed off that I made a decision at 15 that if I ain't running the ball, I ain't staying here. I'm going to go down there and practice with them. And then the next day, I kind of came to my senses. I'm like, you know what, Coach? Might have made I made a mistake. I apologize. And they forgave me, and we kind of figured everything out. And then that's the same coach that when I told you my first varsity touchdown, it was a strip sack. Like, I went and tackled the quarterback, and I just stripped the ball from him and ran 40 yards for a touchdown. And I came to the sideline. He says, there you go. You're running the ball. Look at you, kid.
Just keep doing that.
All you got to do is do that.
Yeah, so shout out to Coach McCullough, man. I saw him a couple of weeks ago. That's my guy. He was on me, but they definitely saw something in me to give me the opportunity to play varsity as a sophomore, be on that team, be a part of that championship team, and continue to go on throughout my entire career.
And we know you got to go because, again, Carey's going to accept an award from the Boys and Girls Club tonight. But when did you start playing football?
When I was 12.
Okay, so
middle school.
All right, every parent that's listening right now, and I'm a parent now of young kids, and you feel like you're always worried about them being behind.
Yeah.
Oh, if they don't play at 4, they're going to be behind.
Nah.
You're not.
No.
And Carey's living proof of it.
Yeah.
Man won a high school state championship, went to University of Illinois on a scholarship, won a Big Ten championship, won a Super Bowl, had a career in the NFL. Stop thinking you're always behind.
Yeah.
Just let them be kids. Have fun. Play the games.
Indeed.
Good stuff. Carey, congratulations, man.
Congratulations.
All right, so Carey is going to get an award tonight from the Boys and Girls Club, and he'll be back with us tomorrow.
Yep.
Officially suspended, though, because of his attitude. All right, we'll save that one topic. We'll get into it at some point as small ball back.
Yeah.
We'll do some sports six-packs, though. So 314-399-9646, the Air Comfort Service text line. If you got any questions for us, send them there. Sports six-pack part 1 next.
Well, if you're looking for a great, refreshing light beer, look no further. Zwickle Light is here, and it's brought to you by my friends over at Urban Chestnut. Again, I just think they're the best in the business. They're a local brewery here, beer brewed by St. Louisans. If you've ever been down to the brewery itself or checked things out, it just is awesome. Just a great group of people. They're working their butts off to bring great beers through the St. Louis area and surrounding areas for that matter. And Zwickle Light is just another example of that. It's a light beer, 95 calories, 3.7 carbs. They've also got a brand new hazy IPA called Squirrel Works, another fantastic beer. And they're both available all over the place. And guess what? We're going to be out tomorrow night from 6 to 8 p.m. at Henke's in Florissant, and we'll be handing these out. Squirrel Works, Zwickle Light, maybe the original Zwickle. We'll call that the Rivers Hat Trick right there. Come on out, see us, and we're going to have a blast. My friends over at Urban Chestnut are always awesome to deal with and so much fun. For more information about anything at all that I just discussed, visit them at urbanchestnut.com. Again, that's urbanchestnut.com.
101 ESPN Sports Center.
I'm Andrew Marsh. It's time for a Sports Center update brought to you by Saliga Heating and Cooling. The Cardinals take on the Baltimore Orioles tonight. Matthew Liberatore on the mound for the Cardinals. 6:45, first pitch from Busch Stadium. Nolan Gorman is back. He will bat sixth in the lineup tonight for the Cardinals. We have our Sports Six-Pack coming up next, so get your questions into the Air Comfort Service text line 314-399-9646. We will answer those questions next. I'm Andrew Marsh, and this Sports Center update is brought to you by Saliga Heating and Cooling, a Daikin heating and air conditioning dealer.
It's time for the Fast Lane to answer your sports questions.
I want to ask you a bunch of questions, and I want to have them answered immediately.
Asking me all these weird questions.
Answer the question.
Answer the question.
Answer me!
Refreshed by Urban Chestnut. Urban Chestnut Swickle Light Premium Light Beer. Live your lifestyle, St. Louis.
Time for the Sports Six-Pack, 314-399-9646 to the Air Comfort Service text line. So if you got any questions for us, send it in now, and we'll do it. We'll cover those questions over the next two segments here. Marshy, question one, please.
Question number one.
All right. From Anthony's Pez Dispenser. Who is the athlete you loved the most in your lifetime? Could be you loved watching them play or just the person they are or were.
Wow.
I got a couple. When I was a kid, I watched Will Clark absolutely destroy the Chicago Cubs in the 1989 NLCS. I mean, took their souls. And I was young, impressionable, just starting to get into baseball, really really get into it. And I thought to myself, it's the greatest swing that's the most beautiful swing I've ever seen in my life. So became a Giants fan during the 1989 NLCS because of Will Clark. Again, I just thought he had just the best swing. It's not everybody's cup of tea. It's a little, he'd be a little blunt. But if you listen to his baseball stuff now, you just take Will Clark, the baseball player, Will Clark talking about baseball, he's one of the best.
Yeah,
and he's
really
breaking down hitting.
Work.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
He does that podcast with who's the former Arizona Diamondback outfielder, played with the Diamondbacks.
Tommy Pham, of course.
No, played with the A's.
He's got a lot to say.
Oh, what's his name?
Played for the A's.
Played for the Diamondbacks. He does the.
Is it Upton?
No, it's not. It's a white guy.
Oh.
Eric Burns.
Oh, that's right.
Eric Burns.
Oh, Burns, yeah.
Yeah, Burns and Will Clark do the podcast. So that Will Clark was that and Deion Sanders. Deion Sanders was like the greatest athlete I've ever seen in my life when I was a little kid.
Yeah.
Like, this guy's unbelievable. Every time he touched the ball, either as a punt returner or as a cornerback, he'd potentially score.
Yeah.
Or later on as a wide receiver.
Had a couple. Bo Jackson. I remember hearing the whole story of how he was kind of discovered in high school. He was basically stealing things. He was such a fast runner way back when. One of those things, they made him play football, and then he got into baseball, and we know that the rest of it is history.
Mm-hmm.
So Bo Jackson, certainly. Loved Walter Payton. Growing up, I saw this one, I don't know, it was a video, it was NFL films on Walter Payton and just how hard he worked in the off season to become what he was. I always thought that was really cool. And I tried to do all the same things as him at the time to get ready for hockey and whatnot. And then if it's a hockey, you get all the big names in it. But the one guy that really that I loved watching was Wendell Clark. This was a guy who was drafted in the first round by the Toronto Maple Leafs as a defenseman. Never played one shift in the NHL as a defenseman. They moved him to left wing. About 5'11", 190 pounds, and he could run you over like a freight train, punch your face in, and score 50 goals. And it was just a good old country boy. And every night he played, something electric happened, whether it was a physical punishment or a goal that he scored. He was a lot of fun to watch.
For baseball,
and Tom Brady.
Tom Brady.
I'm not lying.
And Brady.
Growing up for me, clearly Albert Pujols was that dude for the Cardinals.
Sure.
I mean, my entire childhood was Albert Pujols. My favorite Blues player growing up was Pavel Demitra.
Pavel, nice to meet you.
That was my first legit hockey number, was 38. I was a forward at the time, and then I switched to defense. And then football-wise, I don't know if I necessarily had a particular player that I loved. The older I got, the more I appreciated defense.
Mm-hmm.
And so the one Rams jersey that I have is James Laurinaitis.
Oh, yeah.
So I love the way that he played. I was ticked off when the team moved, and then they sort of brought him on, and then they ditched him.
Right.
So I said, I was about it.
Mm-hmm.
For about 2 whole weeks. I was like, this stinks, but I like these players. I like James Laurinaitis, so I'm going to follow this team to L.A. And then they got rid of James Laurinaitis.
Then they did you wrong.
And then I became a Vikings fan not too long after.
Okay, there you go.
Dirty, Marshy.
They did you dirty. When I started to really get into football and understand the game a lot more, like when I was older, Troy Polamalu is one of my favorite players. Like the way that he played, the versatility he had, understanding what the offense was trying to do in certain situations, like his football IQ was absolutely off the charts. So I always enjoyed watching him play too when I was older.
Question number 2.
From the 573, is Oli Marmol, is he disliked more for the struggling seasons or because he was hired by John Mozeliak?
I think he was just disliked because he didn't have a resume as a manager. I mean, so many people. Oh, this is the Cardinals. You can't have a no-name managing the Cardinals. We've got great people here.
I mean, they literally had a no-name before Marmol stepped in.
Yeah, Mike Schilt.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, but
same idea.
You watch your mouth. Mike Schilt was all the way up through the minors. He had the book. You know, like
Ollie grew up in the system too.
He just didn't have the book, I guess.
Yeah,
he didn't reference the book.
Right,
he had it
didn't
on a
reference
tablet
the book,
instead.
Yeah. I think it's because for people here in St. Louis, he was a relative nobody.
Mm-hmm.
And Mike Schilt, they acted like he was like the guy, been in the organization, even though Ollie was too. It felt like people were more receptive to Mike Schilt coming in. Is that maybe because they get tired of the Matheny experiment?
Yeah. Okay. So
you wonder, right?
Let's go back. So Jamie, I think you bring up a good point. All right. So let's go back.
Mm-hmm.
Mike Matheny's teams got progressively worse each year. Like we say, success isn't linear.
Mm-hmm.
Matheny, his we'll call them failures, and it's a little harsh, and we all like Mike. But for lack of a better word, his failures were linear.
Mm-hmm.
Reached the World Series, NLCS, NLDS, wild card, out of the playoffs. Fans had grown sick and tired of it. They were ready for him to move on. So he is fired, I think the day before the All-Star break in 2017, 2018, whatever it was. Schilt takes over, and he immediately starts playing some of these young guys more consistently. Harrison Bader, Colton Wong, started playing those guys more consistently. The guys that Matheny begrudgingly played inconsistent, right? Like he wasn't playing those guys a lot. And they started, if you remember, I think in August, they had a little bit of a run. Harrison Bader caught fire. They were kind of an exciting team. So the first impression matters. So yes, they were tired of Matheny. Jamie, I think you brought that up. They were tired of Matheny, looking for something new. And that something new had a bit of a surge right away. Then, of course, he makes the playoffs, the first full season. This guy is a god. He can't lose, ever.
And he kind of represented himself as like the shucks baseball guy, this baseball lifer.
Initially, yes, he was also very open with the media, which Mike Matheny was not. Mike came from Tony La Russa, having played for Tony La Russa for all those years. Don't trust the media. So he's a little bit more standoffish. Mike Schilt comes in, and he's a little bit more open initially. to talking about his decision making. Hey, this is a good question. That went away the following year, and that's how you get the, Brandon comment and all
Poor
that.
guy, BK.
So yes, I think, but he went out a playoff winner.
Mm-hmm.
Some Cardinals fans are like, this guy's the guy. Like,
he won the manager of the year,
right.
And they fired him.
Yes,
well, kind of
some stuff. There's,
some
things.
I'll say this phrase twice now. Not everybody's cup of tea.
So you brought up the Matheny firing, and if I'm not mistaken, when the DeWitts went to the podium, I'm paraphrasing here, but they basically said this is not good enough.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yes. This is not what we expect.
Exactly. I think some fans look at the losing seasons that the Cardinals have had. We have not had those here in St. Louis for quite some time. And who has been the manager? It's been Oli Marmol. So I think fans look at that. They associate the losing, despite what we think of the roster, they associate losing baseball in St. Louis with Oli Marmol. And they go back to that moment in time when the DeWitts said this isn't good enough and fired one manager. And they've yet to do that with this other manager. And in fact, they've given them multiple extensions.
Sure.
And I think that has ticked fans off because maybe they feel as if there's not consistency dating back to the Matheny era.
I think Marsh, that is fair. It's a fair statement, especially if you go back to, like you said, with the Matheny firing the press conference. This isn't good enough.
Yep.
So if that wasn't good enough, has this been good enough? I think that's completely fair. I would say though that it's a little short-sighted. Put any manager in that spot, anyone, with this exact team or teams that Ali has had, you're going to get the same results or something very similar. The way that Mo was operating under the DeWitt's guidance, and I think that's an important statement, right? Like, it wasn't just Mo. He's got bosses. So the way the DeWitts were operating and Mo was operating, it didn't matter who the manager was. I promise you. This organization fell behind. They weren't drafting and developing well enough. You're starting to see now the fruits of the labor of Mo getting Weatherholt and Walker and Wynn and some of these other guys. But there was a period where, in my opinion, it's just my opinion, the Cardinals felt, we've got the formula. We cool. We got it. And they had a bad run there for a while from a drafting standpoint. And it has taken a while for some of these seeds to grow. Replace Oli Marmol with whoever the hell you want, and you're still going to get the same results. Why? Because the roster and the front office matters more in baseball than the flipping manager. And until people understand that, they're not going to get past, well, Ollie's terrible at his job. There's only so much he can do. Front offices in baseball matter much more than in any of the top four sports. Sorry. So you can believe it. You're still listening to me right now, Anthony. You're an idiot. Fair, fine. But I'm not wrong on this. It doesn't matter.
I think some people, and I agree with you, I think some people could come back and say, well, Chaim Bloom's not walking down to the dugout and making bullpen decisions.
He's not, but he is putting together, hopefully.
He is putting together that bullpen,
a more competitive roster at some
Right.
point. And when he does, and I think he will, when he puts together a better roster, now let's judge the manager. All right, we'll continue our Sports Six Pack. Keep those questions rolling in. 314-399-9646, the Air Comfort Service tax line. More Sports Six Pack next.
time for the Fast Lane to answer your sports questions.
I want to ask you a bunch of questions. And I want to have them answered immediately.
Asking me all these weird questions.
Answer the question.
Answer the question.
Answer me!
Refreshed by Urban Chestnut. Urban Chestnut Swickle Light Premium Light Beer. Live your lifestyle, St. Louis.
Time for part 2 of the Sports Six Pack here in the Fast Lane on 101 ESPN 314-399-9646, the Air Comfort Service text line. With Jamie Rivers, I'm Anthony Stalter. Marshy, next question, please.
Question number 3.
All right, from the 314, who is going to be the biggest surprise and the biggest disappointment this year in the NFL?
From a team standpoint, I'm assuming?
I think we could take this in any direction. It could be a player, it could be a head coach, it could be a team.
Could be a good thing, could be a bad thing.
Could be whatever you want it to be, Anthony.
You can't say Kirk Cousins.
Want it to be. No, I won't say Kirk Cousins. Biggest surprise.
What direction are you going with it?
Well, I'm kind of trying to think about that.
Are you going team or player?
I was thinking team.
Okay.
I think the biggest surprise in a negative way will be the Patriots.
Well, that's not a hard one. They made the Super Bowl last year.
Is that a surprise, though? Because
I could see them missing the playoffs, which would be a surprise, I think, to everybody.
Would it, though? Because I feel like you just brought it up. So clearly you've been thinking about it for quite some time. And I'm sure there's other people out there that are thinking about it as well. We go back in history, the Super Bowl hangover. Would that actually be a surprise given their schedule now compared to last year?
If they completely miss the playoffs?
Yeah.
I would still think that would be I'd still think that would qualify as a surprise, but
okay,
maybe I'm wrong. I'd give you a different one. Boy, this is kind of tough.
I think the Raiders could be a surprise, but not such a dramatic surprise.
Mm-hmm.
I think they could be better than they were last year, and I think better than some people give them credit for.
Would you guys be surprised if the Houston Texans represented the AFC in the Super Bowl?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would.
I know that defense is legit.
Yeah.
All right, I'll go with that.
So you think they're going to be in the Super Bowl?
I don't, but I'm looking for a surprise, and Marsh took the one I had.
Super Bowl, huh?
Yeah, let's do it. Why not?
Texans.
It's only August.
What are you getting out of?
Plenty of time to change.
What are you getting out of C.J. Stroud?
Well, that would be the surprise, right? Mm-hmm. I think everybody acts like C.J. Stroud can't tie his shoes right, and he's just going to go out on the field and trip all over himself.
Well, does he do the loop, swoop, and pull? Do we know?
I don't know. I cannot
loop, swoop, and pull.
Verify on that. If you get this, if let's remember, he didn't have any running game. Like, he had the league's best defense. He should have been better. Yeah, he's fine. I'm talking about the running game, though. Complementing the passing attack. So I'll do that.
When he passes, though, he should pass it to his team.
Well, I don't think interceptions are a problem. I think it's fumbles. But, to each their own.
Ball slippery.
All right, I'll say the Texans representing the AFC in the Super Bowl.
What about the Jags representing the AFC?
That would be a surprise.
Second year under Liam Cohen.
That'd be a surprise.
It'd be a massive surprise.
I wonder.
I said the 49ers not making the playoffs.
I think that would be a good call. I don't know if I'd be surprised by that. Like, at what point does the bill come due on all these injuries?
Well, that's what I'm looking at. The problem is you have a really, really weak NFC South. If that was a good division, I could see the Niners being really in a tough one. Mm-hmm. But there's only going to be one representative out of that division. And they're probably going to be 2 out of the NFC North, 2 out of the NFC West. And NFC East could be a big surprise, too. The Cowboys look legit.
Yeah. I think we're getting a little ahead of ourselves on the Saints. Everybody,
come on, Anthony.
I get the formula. I heard BK say they're going to win the division. And I understand the formula. You don't like anybody in the division, so why don't you just go ahead with the one that nobody's really talking about? Go with the Saints, right? I don't think that defense is going to be good at all. And I think the book at some point is going to be out on Tyler Shook. So just going with that. Now, who wins it? I don't know. I would say Tampa by default.
Yeah, pissed off Baker with a good enough team. That defense is legit.
Now, they're older,
Mm-hmm.
but out of all the quarterbacks, you're on back Baker in that one.
In that division, absolutely.
Yeah, unless my guy James Stroud pulls off the miracle, becomes the Falcons QB.
I think the one team I know Carey's not here.
It's my Max Brosmer.
Carey's not here to that stinks. To talk about his Steelers, but that is the one team that I'm fascinated to.
By the way,
watch.
it's Jack Strand.
Would you call him
James
Stroud?
You call him James Stroud?
CJ's brother, Jack Strand.
I thought you were like messing with me. Then I'm like, no, maybe it's
JS. JS is what I call him. You know where he went, Marsh?
Probably South Dakota State.
Minnesota State, Moorhead.
Oh, Moorhead.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Went to Moorhead.
Minnesota State, Moorhead. Guy's gonna be a legend. Anyways, you were saying?
Oh man. Yeah, the Steelers. That's the one team that I'm fascinated to sort of follow this year because you don't have Mike Tomlin there anymore.
Mm-hmm.
You do have pretty good head coach, despite what the public thinks of him. But I'm just interested if Mike McCarthy can raise the ceiling of this team. Because we know what their floor is.
Mm-hmm.
And they've hit the floor. We know what it is. And that's fine. But can he raise the ceiling offensively for this team?
He cannot.
You don't think he can?
I think I have said this for years. I think Aaron Rodgers is shot. I think he has been shot since his last year in Green Bay. I don't think he's like we talk about CJ Stroud like he's some sort of horrendous quarterback. We say nothing about Aaron Rodgers in his current state. Does everyone remember who opposed CJ Stroud in one of the playoff games last year that they won? Aaron Rodgers,
yeah,
who couldn't throw the ball more than 2 feet. He's done, and he's been done.
I mean, who was his offensive coordinator?
Fine. You back the Steelers.
I didn't say I'm going to back the Steelers. I said they are an interesting
at
case
your own
study.
peril.
I will keep tabs on them. I'm not going to back the Steelers.
Nah, I'm done here.
Whatever, John Stroud.
Jack Strand.
James Stroud. James Conn.
Get it right. It's Jack Strand. Now that I've got it right. Hey, we got your shot to score a pair of tickets to the Blues home opener against the San Jose Sharks on October 8th at Enterprise Center. Single game tickets for the St. Louis Blues 2026-27 season are now on sale. And this season is stacked with great matchups, can't miss giveaways, and a fan favorite theme night. Text in and win free tickets to the Blues home opener at 314-399-9646. Why don't we give out a hey, Jamie, you.
Yeah.
What was your number with your home team, Montreal Canadiens?
48.
Texter number 48 to 314-399-9646 will win the free tickets to the Blues home opener. You can also register to win free tickets right now at 101ESPN.com or on your 101 ESPN mobile app. Speaking of foosball, NFC North breakdown next on 101 ESPN.
Time to go around the NFL with a Fastlane season preview of the NFC North.
All right, boys, let's dive into the NFC North now as we continue to move through our previews, looking at some strengths and some weaknesses. Why don't we start off with the team that won the division last season, and that was the Chicago Bears. I think some people are anticipating that the Bears will take a step back this year.
Really?
I don't.
I heard some people talk like Super Bowl because they just think it's linear, that Ben Johnson's just going to have this, like, every year they're just going to get better and better.
I'm a big believer in Ben Johnson.
I am too.
I think the
Wish I had him back in Detroit.
Yeah, I'm sure. When I'm looking at the most important aspects of a team, I start with obviously the quarterback first, then I move to the offensive line, and then I look to the pass rush. When you look at this division, I think there's a case to be made that the Bears have the best quarterback in the division, or at least the one that could perform the best throughout the course of the year. Like Jared Goff from a veteran standpoint. Jared Goff
in the last 3 years leads the NFL in touchdown passes.
Jared Goff is very good. Like, they're all in this. Caleb Williams, Jared Goff, Jordan Love's probably third, and then your guy Kyler Murray in Minnesota, just because we don't know what he's going to be under KOC. But if I go to the offensive line, Chicago has the best O-line. I think Minnesota and Detroit's are very comparable, and then I got Green Bay dead last in that division. And I think from an offensive line standpoint, they have one of the worst O-lines, like bottom 5 in the NFL. And I think that could submarine Green Bay. We always think, Green Bay, they're just going to continue to be, they'll be the 7th seed. I could see Green Bay not making the playoffs this year. I know there's a lot of Packers fans out there, so I just pissed them all off. But
yeah, wow.
I don't know. So I don't think that Chicago takes a step back this year.
I do.
Their pass rush isn't good.
I don't see them missing the playoffs. I see them as a wild card team. It's hard for me not to see Detroit winning this division based on the team that they have and the schedule that they have.
Mm-hmm.
Like they were a 9-win team last year, tied the Vikings, but the Vikings beat them twice, so they had the tiebreaker. That's a 9-win team that came in 4th place.
Sure.
One of the easiest schedules in the NFL. You're telling me that team won't win the division?
They're going to make the playoffs.
They'll make the playoffs. I think they win the division, just solely on their schedule.
I wouldn't be shocked, but I still think the Bears are the better team, so I'm going to go with the Bears.
I just look at the Bears last year and how many close games that they played and prevailed in those games. Not saying that they're going to play close games again this year, but we see over time sometimes those flip. So, and if it does, that's not good.
So Bill Barnwell wrote about that today. He's a big proponent on if you play a lot of close games and you win the majority of those games, usually the ball will bounce the other way the following year. It's not always the following year.
For sure.
We saw that with the Chiefs.
Yep.
Like the Chiefs were winning a lot of close games. Like, okay, this ain't happening this year. Oh, God, they went to the Super Bowl again.
They weren't even winning those games. Teams were losing those games.
True. And eventually, and last year caught up to them. Even if Mahomes doesn't get hurt, they were not trending to be a playoff team.
Mm-hmm.
So I get that. But for me, these teams are very close. I think you're right that the schedule for the Lions is a big strength of theirs. I do think, though, top to bottom, the Bears are the better team. I think their biggest issue is actually going to be on the defensive side. I don't know what pass rush. What sort of pass rush are they going to have?
Well, their defense balled out last year in terms of turning the ball over.
Yes.
Does that continue? Does that carry over this year?
It's hard to duplicate. I remember the Saints in 2009, the team that won the Super Bowl. Their offense was incredible. It was very explosive. Their defense wasn't great, but they did two things well. They got to the quarterback, and they forced a lot of turnovers.
Well, they had inspiration.
They had a lot of inspiration. Some would say motivation.
Yes.
You know? A reason to play well, Jamie.
To play tough.
Yes, absolutely. Maybe play to the whistle and beyond it.
And like a second or two after.
Sure, yeah. But can the Bears' defense be opportunistic again and complement that offense? That offense is going to be sick. It's going to be. They've got the weapons. They got their old line. Caleb Williams, I think, is obviously he's trending in the right direction as a young quarterback.
That defense last year, and we just mentioned the turnovers, that defense was the 4th worst in terms of yards per game given up. In total.
It's an issue. They don't have a lot of depth either.
Well, so you brought up the Saints, and I think I brought this up before, but the year that the Vikings went to the playoffs and lost to Danny Dimes and the Giants, that defense was also a defense that relied heavily on turnovers, and in the playoffs, they didn't get that.
Sure.
And they ended up losing. That's just a concern for me. I still think the Bears make the playoffs. I just have Detroit, and we'll get into the previews and the predictions and all that stuff the week of the season. But I see the Lions winning this division.
Okay, let me ask you this though: beyond the schedule, which I do think matters.
Yeah.
Beyond the schedule, what do you truly love about the non-Bears teams? Because I truly love that offense in Chicago.
I like the offense in Detroit, too.
Okay.
I mean, it doesn't have Ben Johnson anymore, but, I mean, they got a solid running game. Jared Goff. They've got a receiver, Amon-Ra St. Brown. And they've got our guy here.
Sam Laporta.
That offense is legit. It still is.
Their defense is, when it's healthy, is pretty good. That's been a concern for Detroit. Are they going to be not healthy again? Maybe.
Where's the practice facility? Is it close enough to
electrical plant? Not as close as San Fran's.
Okay, got it. Yep.
Yeah.
It's been an issue. Minnesota.
I like everything about Minnesota outside of their quarterback situation. Okay. That is a huge question mark.
You don't like the coach either, though.
Well,
you have questions about the coach.
I do, based on the amount of times that they run the ball, which is not a lot. They have Aaron Jones and Jordan Mason. Actually, you know what? One thing that the Bears do really well offensively that I really enjoyed watching last year out of them was Ben Johnson and them running the football with Kyle Monangai and DeAndre Swift. Like, they ran the ball effectively last year, which helped them in games. The Vikings did not do that. I have heard, I pay attention that, and I've said this, I think I said this a week or so ago, that Kevin O'Connell is implementing sort of a new scheme that benefits Kyler Murray and benefits the run game. Now, will they execute that at a high level? We don't know, but at least they are looking to change things up, which makes me happy because you need to establish a run game if you're going to be a playoff team and win big-time football games. You can't just air it out all the time. And they're going to be in shotgun a lot. What do you think? Do you think that Kyler Murray can be the next big reclamation project? Oh, he could be for sure. Will he be? I don't know. There's a reason why Arizona let him go. There is a reason why. I think Kyler Murray's ceiling is really high. I just don't know if he can get to that point. It is going to be very fascinating to watch that team this year. Obviously, I'll watch every single game. I could see it being a really successful season, but I wouldn't be shocked if it's a total nightmare.
Wow. Okay. That's a pretty wide delta. Green Bay. Green Bay, for me, I don't hate anything about them, and I don't love anything about them. I don't hate anything about their team. Don't love anything about their team. Like, I think if you look at it, I like Jordan Love. Don't love him. I like their position players. You know, their skill position players offensively.
Obviously, like the coach.
Don't love them. Yeah, I do like LaFleur. Don't love their pass rush. Don't hate it. The only thing I think that is going to be a huge weakness is what I said before. I think the offensive line is going to be a huge weakness for Green Bay this year. But I don't see them making the playoffs. I have them more of like kind of an average team. They win 8 games, 9 games, and in that division, I don't think it cuts it.
Well, so that's a team that has consistently finished as the final wild card in the NFC. Do you think those teams in the past have been better than what we are about to see this season on paper?
It's a good question. I don't have the Niners as a wild card team this year. I do think you get the top 2 teams in the West. I think you get the Rams and the Seahawks. I think you're only going to get 1 out of the NFC South. I think you get 2 out of the East. I think the Eagles and the Cowboys. So that would leave 2 to the NFC North?
Yeah.
Is my math right there? 2, 4, 5?
No,
it's not.
No.
You get 3 then.
One of those teams is out.
And only one. I wouldn't be shocked.
Well, no, your math would check out.
Yeah. No, it should be 2. It'd
Yeah.
be 2 of the NFC North.
Yep.
Thank you. Okay. I could see the Lions and the Bears. I could see Cowboys, Eagles, Lions, Bears, whoever out of the dumpster fire of the NFC South, and then the Rams and the Seahawks. So I don't have Green Bay in the playoffs this year. So to your question, do I think Dallas is better than Green Bay this year? I have Dallas as a wild card. Yes. Do I think that Seattle,
I think
defending
Dallas is going
champs,
to have a good year, man.
I do too.
How funny is it though that you make the Micah Parsons trade and a year later, because I actually enjoy what Dallas has done defensively in terms of acquiring pieces, and they did that starting last year. So it would be interesting to see Dallas make the playoffs over Green Bay as a wild card team, knowing the history between those two teams in the trade last season.
And if Parsons is healthy,
well, he's not.
He's not. But if he were healthy, I think this Green Bay defense looks a lot different. Obviously, I mean, I just made an obvious statement there, but I still don't know if I got Green Bay in over Dallas.
Do you like their skill position players?
Who's that?
Green Bay.
Green Bay. Again, I don't hate them. I don't love them.
Yeah.
You know, what is Matthew Golden? Does he take the proverbial next step because Romeo Dobbs is now in New England?
I like Tucker Kraft. I like a healthy Tucker Kraft.
Sure. I think Christian Watson gives him an excellent deep threat, ... when healthy. You know, Josh Jacobs ran into some legal stuff. Should be fine. But again, I think Green Bay is the epitome of fine. I think they're fine. Wouldn't shock me if they're the last wild card. Also wouldn't shock me at all if they miss the playoffs by 1 or 2 games. And of course, Jordan Love a big difference maker? I don't know.
Did you guys see the new Nike rivalries uniforms that came out? And the NFC North was one of the divisions. What'd you think of them?
I kind of like the Bears. The Bears jersey the best.
Okay.
You're our jersey guy, though. What do you think?
If we're just sticking with the NFC North, I think there's a lot to be desired with these. I mean, the Bears, they have their orange helmet. We've already seen that. I actually don't hate the Packers uniforms. No, they have that like off-white colored helmet. I enjoy the Vikings uniforms. I wish their helmet wasn't a matte purple. I wish it was more of that shiny purple. It's like a dark purple, though, that they went with, and they have some of the Vikings stripes and all that fun stuff. It's a different look, so it is what it is.
The Bears kind of look like Illinois.
They look exactly like Illinois.
Yeah, I like the Packers. I like the white helmet. I like a white helmet.
I hate the Lions uniform. I think it's so boring looking. And they use the Honolulu blue helmet again.
It's kind of done.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. All right, it's the Fast Lane on 101 ESPN. We got our biggest question of the day. We're going to mix in more of your mic drops from our earlier topic on the Cardinals next on 101 ESPN. Hey, if you're heading to the Cardinals game right now, stop by DraftKings at Casino Queen. They got a free shuttle, take you right to the Cardinal home game. Enjoy the game, and then you can hop on the shuttle and head right back to DraftKings at Casino Queen and take part in some of the great entertainment that they have there, whether it's their sports book or their casino. They also have social hour specials at Bridgeway with $5 apps and drinks. They have great prices, great pours, great perfect way to continue the night. Enjoy social hour specials as well, Wednesday through Saturday. Like I mentioned before, with the $5 drinks and appetizers, grab some great food, take that free shuttle right straight to the game. They'll pick you right up same spot and head right back to DraftKings at Casino Queen. So if you're going to the Cardinals game tonight or tomorrow, every Cardinals home game, they have that free shuttle from DraftKings at Casino Queen. You don't have to worry about parking and the stress of walking around or maybe overpaying for parking. DraftKings, they got you covered there at Casino Queen. If you've got your fantasy football draft coming up and you don't really know where to go, why don't you head to the sports book? They'll set you up with the table, let you, partake in some of the specials, food specials and the drink specials that they have. Always a fun time at DraftKings at Casino Queen. And if you want to make a weekend out of it, maybe you got a different event going on. You want to have it hosted by DraftKings at Casino Queen. Great spot. So start at DraftKings at Casino Queen, Sportsbook or Bridgeway. Enjoy those social hour specials Wednesday through Saturday. And make sure that you take that free shuttle to and from the Cardinals games to get you the hookup. Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Time for the Fast Lane's biggest question of the day. Presented by Banner Construction, the experts in James Hardy siding.
All right, time for our biggest question of the day, which, Marsh, I believe you want to just kind of go to the start of the show.
Yeah.
Which is would a collapse to end the season change your excitement for the Cardinals moving forward? Here's our guy, James.
Hey, boys. A collapse at the end of the season, I don't think it would be disappointing or like it would dull my excitement going forward. It would kind of be a little bit in the back of your mind, man, we really missed out. We could have done something. But I think making the playoffs really was just the icing on the cake this year. Nobody expected the Cardinals to be where they're at. What were projections to win 65 to 70 games and somewhere lower than that. This team, whether it be Mason Wynn, J.J. Weatherholt, Alec Burleson, we've seen what Herrera's done. I think Joshua Baez has a great future. Those guys, and I think I said this back before the season started, on a mic drop actually about, hey, I wanted to be around when, Burleson hit 40 home runs. And obviously he hasn't, but he has shown pop, and he's been excellent defensively at first base. I think he should be even running for the Gold Glove over there, although Matt Olson in Atlanta will probably win it. There's just so much excitement going forward. And yes, I know there's potential, and potential is, well, what is it, French for not done a damn thing? But I think going forward, I'm really excited to see what this team can do. The only thing that's going to dull my excitement is some stupid-ass lockout at the end of the year. Anyway, boys, have a great show.
Boy, James, I didn't even think about the lockout in terms of, being a damper, but certainly something to think about.
Yeah, way to go, James.
Well, no, it's not James' fault. James just
he
spelled
didn't bring
the
it up,
truth.
though.
Well, he's a long-time listener. We can feed him the business a little bit.
We call James Sweet Voice James for obvious reasons. Yeah, his takes are always outstanding. Good stuff. I obviously we agree with him in terms of like the overall feel for the season. And then we started off the show with that. Would it be a disappointment? Yeah, it'd be a disappointment based on the fact that this has been a pretty exciting season. Low expectations, sure. But the Cardinals have kind of renewed the excitement among the fan base.
Yeah, I would say that. Look, it's never fun to see a team collapse at any point in a season, let alone the end of a season. But they gave us a lot of entertaining baseball this year. A lot to look forward to. I don't like losing. I don't like not making the playoffs. But when a team tells you they're in a rebuild and they get rid of all of their high-priced talent to pave the way for the development of some of the young players, and then you get seasons like Jordan Walker, Herrera, J.J. Weatherholt, Alec Burleson, for that matter. When you see things like that, it was just fun. It still is fun. Mm-hmm. And the fact that Alec Burleson and Jordan Walker are right at the top of Major League Baseball right now in RBI, I think it's awesome, man.
There have been a lot of great things that have happened for individual players throughout the season. Is there anything for you guys that there's something missing that you would want to see more of? And we brought it up earlier. We really haven't gotten to it yet, but the small ball talk, that's something that we talked about early in the year when Victor Scott was on the team. I feel like this team has missed out in terms of stolen bases. This team is about middle of the pack in stolen bases with 82. The Nationals have 142 stolen bases. Do you feel as if that aspect of the game is something that has been missing this year for the Cardinals that maybe could have helped them score a few more runs here and there to win more ball games?
All right, so to answer your question, I'm gonna propose a question for you guys. Who are your base stealers?
Jordan Walker can steal bases.
Mason Wynn.
Mason Wynn can steal bases.
Weatherholt.
Yep.
Okay.
Well, now Joshua Baez, he has speed.
Yeah. Herrera has done it.
Nathan Church can steal bases.
We'll put Baez to the side for now because you just got up. Church. Okay.
Church.
We're just talking about speed.
Yeah. I think the stolen base has become a lost art. You do have to have guys that can steal, not only get on base, but actually know how to steal a base. The guys that you mentioned, I think that's fair. But I don't know if I've thought it has been missing. Like, I think they've been pretty aggressive on the base pass.
So Derek Gould was on with BK and Ferrario, I believe it was 2 weeks ago at this point. I can't really remember the time frame, but he sort of went into why more teams aren't stealing more bags. Because I watch a game when Ivan Herrera is behind the dish, and I'm wondering why there's not at least 5 stolen bases that night.
Sure.
He went into that kind of explaining the risk and reward to stolen bases. Definitely a good interview. Highly recommend going back and watching it. So maybe that in itself is a component.
Well, if you, without giving away all of DG's secrets there, paraphrase it for us. Why?
Basically to mitigate risk in terms of,
okay, so they don't want to give up outs.
They don't want to give up outs.
Got it. So it's just a league philosophy.
Essentially.
Then I think there's got to be a team, and maybe the Cardinals will be one of them. I do think one team or multiple teams need to have the huevos rancheros to say we're going to be different, and we're going to take advantage of some of the worst catching that we've ever seen in baseball. So I think there should be kind of a counter. Hey, we're going to be the team that steals more bases.
So Jamie brought up pre-show meeting. Is small ball actually back? And use the Rays as an example, a team that is, in terms of the non-slugging type stats, they're like top 10 in almost every one of those categories. On the flip side, you have the National League version of the Milwaukee Brewers. Those teams, they don't slug all that much.
Right.
They're not the home run or bust.
They just knock the ball around. They don't strike out. They steal bases.
They bunt. They steal bases. They make contact. I think the Rays are at the top of the league in contact rate, and obviously top of the league in not striking out.
Sure.
So they're putting the ball in play. They're forcing teams to play defense, and they're putting pressure on them by stealing bases and just generating offense.
I don't want to overlook what you said, though, first. What did you say first?
It's not home run or bust.
And they're top of the league at the things that you just talked about, right?
Yeah.
So you have to be great, truly great at those things.
Or do you find players that are great at those things?
Sure.
And you change the narrative. Because, like I said to Marshy pre-show, the Tampa Bay Rays have been that team that is going in a different direction at all times. Like, where the hell are they going? I don't know where they're. What are they doing?
Yeah, they're off. They went off the off-ramp again.
You know?
Yep.
And then all of a sudden, they've been at the top of the American League for how many friggin' years now?
Yeah.
And they've been doing it in different ways all the friggin' time. And they don't keep players.
Yeah.
So it's like you watch the movie Moneyball and whatnot, and you see all that stuff. But the Rays, they've kind of been emulating that for a really long time now.
To just kind of take everything that they do and just put it into one sentence, they are so good at finding the advantages in the margins. The things that other teams don't do.
Guys who put the ball in play, guys who steal bases, guys who bunt, guys who move that. Those guys don't require big paychecks either.
Nope.
So they're finding the talent that can check the boxes. They continue to win baseball games. And now with this current model, they're actually able to hang on to players longer because they don't have that player that's got the big paycheck coming.
Sure. And the National League version of the Rays
is Milwaukee.
And they're doing the same thing.
Oh, we did get a text from the clever name texter saying they do hit doubles and doubles are slug factors. Milwaukee hits doubles. The Rays do not. The Rays are 28th in Major League Baseball in doubles.
Yeah. So much for that one.
Milwaukee, though, they hit doubles, which the Cardinals could do more of course, because
they choose not to because of Marmol.
27th in the league in doubles, those Cardinals are.
Okay.
With 2 more than the Rays.
Someone says here, I don't know if this is true, from the 6-2-3, the Rays have a high A affiliate that set the single season stolen base record this year, 236 and counting. So I imagine that'd be the team.
I think so.
I think for one individual, I think we would have heard about that by now. But if that's a team that's stolen, they're obviously now that they're generating this, they're building this.
Now, the 314 brings up a great point. You have to be able to get on base consistently in order to steal more bases and win.
Correct.
In Church's case, that is absolutely correct.
Well, that's what we said that.
So.
You got to be able to get on base. Yep. All right, it's Fast Lane on 101 at ESPN. NFL win totals. Which ones are too low? Which ones are too high? We'll spend a couple minutes on that next on 101 ESPN.
101 ESPN Sports Center.
I'm Andrew Marsh. It's time for a Sports Center update brought to you by Universal Windows Direct. The Cardinals take on the Baltimore Orioles tonight with Matthew Liberatore on the mound. First pitch is at 6:45. Nolan Gorman has been recalled from Memphis. Mason Wynn has been placed on the 10-day IL with a left thumb fracture, retroactive to August 22nd. Once again, Cardinals and Orioles tonight, 6:45 from Busch Stadium. If you missed anything from today's show, make sure you go to 101ESPN.com or check out the free Dobbs Tire and Auto Center's 101 ESPN mobile app. Just head to the podcast page. You'll find all of our shows there. And it's all brought to you by the Schaefer Door Company. This Sports Center update is brought to you by Universal Windows Direct. You'll be saying, I love my windows.
So just going to spend a couple of minutes on this. It's a Fast Lane on 101 ESPN. The Athletic put together an article in which they discussed some of the best and worst NFL win totals. So the win totals that might be too high, might be too low, or just right. I want to get your thoughts on this. The Cardinals had projected wins of 4.4. They call it just right. Falcons 7.1, too high. I agree with that. You guys know that I do. The Ravens 10.9, just right. I think the Ravens probably win 11 games this upcoming season. I think that one feels good. But the Bills at 10.7, they say just right. I think that's low. I think they win 11 or 12 games this year. They're playing in a
probably.
They're playing in a division where they're going to face the Jets twice. They're going to face the Dolphins twice. I wouldn't be shocked. I know the Patriots got them once last year. Did they get them once or twice? I know they got them once on Sunday Night Football, but didn't the Bills win in New England? Yeah, they had the comeback. New England got up by like 3 touchdowns or something. I think the Bills came all the way back.
It was at the end of the season, towards the end. Yep.
Yeah. So I think the Bills win probably 11 or 12. So I guess in some respects that's just right. Panthers 6.7. They got it too low. They think the Panthers could go 9-8. Looking at the schedule, one of the other ones that I don't agree with, and maybe Marsh you will agree, but the Bears 9.6. They say just right.
I think that's low.
I think that's low too. Now they're probably projecting 10 wins. Then it's a 9.6. They're thinking, well, Bears win 10. I still feel like that's low. I think they can win 11.
I think the Bears are every bit a 10, 11 win team. If the Bills are, I think the Bears are.
Agree. Now this one, I think this team's being a little overhyped. And I'm not just saying this because right before we came on air, one of their star players may or may not have gotten hurt. They got the Bengals projected wins 10.3. They say too low. If anything, I think it's just right. But 10 wins for that Bengals team, the amount of questions they still have on defense. Like, I know everybody's in love with Joe Burrow and the wide receivers. I get it. But what defensively gives you a lot of hope for that team?
Nothing.
Thank you. All right. I was about to say your pause. Your silence speaks highly here.
I want to go back to the Bears real quick. And one of the reasons why I think they won't have the same season they did last year is their division record last year. They won the division. They were 2-4 in their division.
Who's that? Bears?
The Bears.
And they could have lost. The Vikings won, so could have been easily won.
If Devin Duvernay doesn't run that kickoff back and they kick the field goal to win, they would have been 1-5 in the division.
It's kind of surprising. That's going to surprise me. I'm trying to think of the Packers came back and beat them in Chicago. I don't remember the one in Green Bay. And then the Lions matchups, I don't necessarily remember. Did they play on Thanksgiving? The Bears and Lions play on Thanksgiving?
Let's see here. What would that have been? They played so the Bears did play Philly on Black Friday. If you remember that game, I believe that was Black Friday.
They whipped them.
And they did. They lost to Green Bay the following week by a touchdown.
That was the one where Green Bay scored at the end.
They did lose against the Lions at the end of the season, even though they were probably... Oh, no. Did the Bears end up playing their starters that game? I don't know if they did.
I can't remember off the top of my head.
They lost by field goal in that one.
Okay.
Obviously, they lost week 1. They lost week 1 and week 2 against Minnesota and Detroit. They got smoked by Detroit in week 2. Started the season off 0-2, started to climb the rest of the year. Lost to Baltimore in week 8. Went on another 5-game win streak, 4-game win streak before that loss.
Mm-hmm.
And then towards the end of the year, they split last 4 games 2-2.
Okay.
1 win against Cleveland, that was a blowout, and an overtime win against Green Bay at home.
Got it. One other one that they mentioned here in the Athletic is the Dolphins projected wins 4.5. They say too low. I say they win 2 or 3 games this year max. I don't.
Is Devon Achane going to rush for 3,000 yards this year?
He's going to have to. The skilled position players outside of Achane, not great. The O-line, not great. Defense, not great. I mean, there is very little to like about that Dolphins team.
It's a bad team.
It's a bad team overall.
It's a bad team. Who's their coach again?
Jeff Hafley, former defensive coordinator for the Green Bay Packers. I like Malik Willis.
Yeah.
I mean, he got the bag.
We'll see how this works for him. But he got the bag, but he might be out of the league in 2 years because wow, come on. If your team is terrible, it's the old first overall pick that goes to a crap team, and everybody thinks the guy sucks 2 years in because he's got nothing.
Right.
Malik Willis got paid, but it might be a really ugly couple of years for him.
I think it will be.
So I'm like, okay.
Vikings 8.7 projected wins. They say just right, Marsh. Your thoughts?
I could see that. Yeah, I could see that.
Another article that loves the Saints. New Orleans Saints 7.8, just right. They say they feel like an 8 or 9 win team.
That just feels like a reach to me.
Man.
I think
maybe I'm missing it.
That's what I was about to say. Maybe I'm missing.
Maybe you and I are missing it.
But
I think the Vikings ceiling is maybe 10 wins. I think their floor is 6, maybe 7 wins.
Okay.
I don't see him being that bad.
I think that's fair.
But I don't see him, blowing the doors off anybody this season. By any means, I think they're going to struggle, but I think they'll win games.
Carey will be pissed that I say this, but the Steelers projected wins 8.4. They say too low. I say that's just right. I don't see the Steelers.
I'm with Marshy.
Winning 9 or 10 games. I just don't.
But I'm with Marshy. I see the Steelers being an interesting team, and not that I mean like I'm hyped up to see them. I wonder what it is. Watching them at practices, and it's like a love fest. Aaron Rodgers and all his teammates are like having a great time. Mike McCarthy, it might blow up, or they might win the division.
You go, Steelers. You go.
What?
To 6 or 7 wins.
Okay.
Maybe 8.
Telling on you.
49ers projected wins 10.2. Just right, they say. I think that's too high.
49ers?
Yeah.
I think they're a 10-win team.
I love Kyle Shanahan. I do. But at some point, the injuries are just going to overtake you. Should have probably last year. I don't know how the hell it didn't. Again, credit to Kyle Shanahan and former defensive coordinator Robert Saleh, who's now in Tennessee, but I don't know. I think at some point, again, the bill comes due. All right, we'll wrap up the show next on 101 ESPN. Hey, this month, Auto Centers Nissan out in Herculaneum, Missouri, they're making car shopping completely simple. They have over 1,000 new and used vehicles, all in one location, right off I-55, just minutes from South County. Sorry about one lot, one website, one place to find the right ride without wasting your entire weekend or driving around from, dealership to dealership because you just can't find the right vehicle. Start at AutoCentersNissan.com. Browse new Nissans, used trucks, SUVs, cars, and more. You can compare more vehicles, more prices, and more options. And right now, used inventory at Auto Centers Nissan has huge price price cuts with savings in the thousands and over 100 vehicles that must go. If you're looking for new vehicles, select new Nissans at Auto Centers Nissan are available with 0% APR for up to 60 months. Plus, every new Nissan comes with their 30-day return promise. Select new and used vehicles also qualify for no money down and no payments for up to 6 months. And before you go in, visit AutoCentersNissan.com. You can choose your vehicle, open the vehicle page, and look for the green Claim My Buyer's Bonus button to unlock up to an additional $1,000 off the sales price. Over 1,000 vehicles, huge used price cuts. Over 100 vehicles that must go. Visit Auto Centers Nissan in Herculaneum, Missouri. Tell them Stalter sent you. If you missed anything from today's show, you can always download the podcast available at 101ESPN.com or via the Dobbs Tire and Auto Centers 101 ESPN mobile app. All the podcasts brought to you by Schaefer Door Company. Marsh, you go ahead and hit us with those criticisms and or compliments, please.
Criticisms and compliments. Presented by Bet365. With Bet365 early payout, you win even if they lose. Get paid out instantly when your team goes up big, even if they blow the lead later. Bet365. Winning is everything.
All right, Curb Stomp says today's show as a whole, Oli Doubters, has been a Nolan Schwarber banger. What I learned today is that if the fast lane is on the Cardinals' payroll, they deserve a humongous raise. Hashtag
thank you.
Shout out to the Snake Pits.
Take that. I mean, I'll take that mailbox money.
Yeah, no doubt.
Martin's Boat Shoes, also known as Lou, says, just wanted to reach out before you end the show and say, I can't believe we're trying to... we're going to the Nolan Gorman experiment again. How many times would it take before we learn our lesson? He's clearly not worthy of a spot on the 26-man roster, much less being in the lineup tonight. Anyway, I bet $20 on him and hit a home run. LOL. Have fun. Have a fun and great night.
Are you sure that's not Marshy?
Yeah, right. Yeah, the way that he played both sides there, that was impressive. Well done.
From the 314, great show today. Love you guys. Was wondering if I could get a shout out because it's my birthday.
Oh,
happy birthday, of course.
Happy birthday, of course.
Happy birthday. 314?
22.
27.
27, excuse me. Sorry. He feels like he's 22 because he's been going to Mentality. 2 different locations. One in South County, one in Chesterfield.
I think Taylor Swift said that one time.
Yeah, I think so too.
I don't know about you, but I'm feeling 22.
Exactly. Yeah.
You ever wake up feeling 22, or do you more feel like
absolutely
72 sometimes?
No. I never feel 72.
No, not on Mentality.
Not on Mentality.
Yeah, I wake up feeling great because Synergy Integrated Healthcare takes good care of me. Get my weekly adjustments, get acupuncture, and some PRP injections.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Have you guys ever done the cupping thing? You get on your back. Have you done that? No, not that.
Oh,
that's
different.
different.
I've had it done to me.
No, that's different. Yep,
It's
still
something
different.
else. It's something else.
No, I've had the cupping done.
It leaves a mark on you.
Yeah, it does. Looks like you got attacked by an octopus.
Yeah.
Have you ever done it?
Yeah.
Okay. It actually I thought it was kind of weird, and I did it one time. It actually felt pretty good.
Does it work?
Yeah.
It does. It's certainly a weird look to you, though.
Yeah.
After, like, if you're going to go, like, to the beach or to the lake.
Probably not a great.
It's a weird look.
I had some lower back problems, and I did the cupping thing at the end of June. I think it was at the end of June, and I haven't felt that back issue since.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Get yourself a cupping endorsement.
Maybe.
Marshy. Ready for the 3 stars?
Advantages.
Go cup yourself, it's called.
It's time for the Fast Lane's 3 Stars of the Day, presented by Circus Sports. No bet fees ever with the world's largest sports book, now at your fingertips in Illinois and Missouri.
All right, our 3rd star of the day goes out to Sonny D.
Sonny D.
2nd star of the day goes out to Jamie's Richard Dawson impression.
Yeah, that was great. That was great.
That would have been number 1, but we got to give Carey Davis our number 1 star of the day.
Absolutely. So, Carey, for those that didn't hear, around 4:30 today, he right now is accepting an award from the Boys and Girls Club. I think he's being inducted into their Hall of Fame.
Yep.
And he credits the Boys and Girls Club as well as his mother for introducing him to football. And as we know, that turned out pretty well for our guy, Carey Davis. So, congratulations to CD, who will be back tomorrow from 2 to 6.
Be remiss, too, not to rest in peace to Dolly Parton.
Yep.
Obviously, an icon in the music industry, not just country music. So,
and one of the rare celebrities that seemingly is beloved by the majority of the people.
Yeah, you don't hear a lot of bad things about Dolly Parton.
No, and that's rare because normally you get the I don't like her, I don't like him. But with her, very well liked. So rest in peace, Dolly Parton. That'll do it for us. See you.